Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Woohoo.
yeah, 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 yeah. We're back. We're back, baby.
We're back. We're back. Live
We're
and
back,
direct.
baby. We're back, baby. It's another week and we are back. Shout out to Patito's gang. You know the funny thing about Patito's gang?
Yeah, what's up with it?
Two critics of the show or from the show who were
Mm-hmm.
on the show later went on to become representatives for the federal government. In fact, for the presidents of the each president, or I mean, for one of the president or one or two of the presidents.
Who's
Remember
that?
Remi Oyo, rest in peace. She was
Yes,
on the
yes,
show. She
yes.
was a huge critic of the federal government, of Obasanjo's government. I think the first tenor, second tenor, she became one of the spokesperson. And I
Ah,
remember one of our interviews saying, "Oh, Mr. President, he doesn't sleep. He's working around the clock. Blah blah blah." Remember, the media used to be very harsh on Obasanjo, very very harsh. They didn't know what was coming.
only if we knew, only if
You
we
know,
knew.
I'm just
Do you know
remembering
what?
how harsh the media was on Obasanjo back then. Like, they used to give
Osagie,
this man a lot of strength.
guess what?
If only they knew.
We'd have allowed him to do that third thing. So, Baba, don't worry, do that third thing. There's no point. I've seen, we've gone to the future. It's not. There's not. It can't be worse than what's happening right now.
Do you know? Do you know if they ask me right now to choose between what happened, as in Obasanjo leaving after a second term, installing Yaradua, I mean Yaradua winning the presidency. Don't let me say installing Yaradua. Yaradua winning the presidency, and we finding ourselves here versus him taking the third term. I'm motivated to, with what I'm seeing now, motivated to choose the option of him serving the third term. What do you
Kagame
guys
style.
think?
Kagame style, bro. See, African democracy is too fragile for us to be forming. We are Americans. If the person can do two terms and he did it well, I'm gonna give him the third term. I beg,
Okay,
I
so
beg.
you would vote for or you would advocate for a third term of Obasanjo back then.
Yes, if we are not in hindsight, yes.
Hmm. S- Steve, what about you?
Um, in hindsight, yeah. In hindsight, yeah.
In hindsight, yeah. And
But
Steve,
it's, it
you
sets a
said in
very
this.
da- it sets a very dangerous precedent. But my brother, what's in dangerous past Buhari? What's what I'm dealing with now?
That was
And
the
that's
danger.
and that's my
But
point. Like, can it
ultimately,
be worse than what we have now?
it's better that we have 8 years to bear the consequences of a bad election than we
Mm-hmm.
have 12 years. Do you get?
True, true.
Yeah.
Because
So
for
that's
Obasanjo to have done that, they would have had to change the constitution.
yeah,
Some parts of
exactly.
the
So that's
constitution, right?
some part of the constitution that will allow subsequent presidents to do that. You have 3 terms. So
And
nah,
the day a bad man enters that place, that three terms, now go on mad.
That's the problem. That's the
you
problem.
know, exactly. So
Steve, you said in his book, I mean, you once told me that in his book, you said other African presidents were encouraging Obasanjo to go for
yeah,
a
yeah,
third term
yeah, yeah.
and
To
were
go for
ready
a
to
third
support
term.
him.
Yeah, they were even surprised that he wasn't pressing that much. That he was really he wasn't like pressing that much. And he also to be very honest, he was also pushing the legislature to help him, to back him. There was rumors of like Ghana must goes of dollars, of
Hmm.
bribes and stuff like that. Shout out to Atiku. Atiku was like a huge opposition to that, and which was what really helped in combating Obasanjo and his ambitions, to be very honest. Although like that's something I never liked about him. But in hindsight, to considering what we've passed through since then, Obasanjo has this um well, I don't want to say moral. Like he feels like he's the best that Nigeria has to offer. He
He
feels
has a
that
savior's mentality.
he has the savior's mentality that after me it's going to be difficult or stuff like that. And he truly speaks like someone who has like good intentions. He has his faults, and to be very honest, something I liked about him was that Obasanjo opened this country up for like innovations and like trends that really benefited us. If it was Buhari would not have allowed telecommunication, the way the industry opened up for private
Why,
private sector,
why are you people
you
talking?
know.
Mm.
To be very honest, like Obasanjo was the perfect president to have at that
At
era
that
where
time.
things were happening and stuff like that. So yeah, that's also my opinion about the man. I'm a big fan though.
Mm.
I mean, I guess we'll never know if anybody was better because nobody became president other than him after the 30 plus years of military rule.
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I guess we'll never know. If Olufalaye won the election, who says he wouldn't have done better than Obasanjo? We wouldn't
Yeah.
have. We can't know.
Olufalaye didn't have the national appeal Obasanjo had. That's the problem. Obasanjo
Mm,
was hugely
yeah,
famous across all. Muslims liked him. The military liked him because he was one of them. Yeah, another tribe liked him because he had this crossover appeal to people. So yeah, Olufalaye felt too
Southwestern.
sectionalist. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Afenifere thing that, and it wasn't
hmm
going to work. It wasn't going to work at all.
Yeah.
And I believe that as a as a general, major general, someone who like rose to the highest, to the apex of like military in Nigeria, Obasanjo was the best person to, to for that transition from military to civilian. If Olufalaye was there or any other service civilian, I believe that the military would have come to take over again in a year or so. In terms of coup, coup was like a recurrent thing in Nigeria. I think him coming up, having that understanding of how the military operates and dismantling that military authority that would have grown to, bring to carry out another coup was also important in our transition and our we remaining a democratic state from 1990 now. That's what I believe. I believe having someone who had like the experience and who knew the military structure and knew how to combat them, right, was important at that time. So I still feel that Obasanjo was just the perfect person to be president in 1999.
Okay.
Very, very, very so. Very, very so, Steve. You
Mm.
are. I think I agree with you. I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you with that. I think if any other person had come in again, we might have just gone into that cycle of military intervention, taking a coup happening, etc, etc. And they said the same thing with if Abiola had won the, I mean, he won the election, but if he had assumed
Yeah.
power, right?
Yeah.
People also said he might. Some people in the government alleged or said that he might not have lasted even more than 6 months
Yeah.
in power.
Yeah, the
You know,
military was so powerful.
yeah, it was just a cycle of civilian military rule over military rule, and all of that. And to be honest, people were getting sick of it.
Yeah.
People were getting sick of it, and I don't think Nigeria. I pray Nigeria never gets back to that.
I beg. I know on television when they can't see one speech and also there. I beg.
I mean, if the military now is naming some of their quarters or whatever after the president, it means that they are very much they are very much in love
But
with
the
who they
funny
have in power now.
the funny thing is that those things don't happen from the top. It's from the boys in the barracks that actually do all those
Yeah.
things.
It's true.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
generals are always comfortable. It's the boys that
Because
are
the
in the
generals already are
trenches.
in. I've bought in with the powers that be. Do you get? They're
Mm.
already in bed with everybody. So it's the guys who are just watching from afar saying, "Nah, this is not acceptable," or something like that.
But was that
Yeah.
what happened, when when Buhari staged the coup, against Shehu Shagari? That's
No,
not what
that's not
happened.
what happened.
What was
Those were
Buhari's rank then? They were top guys now.
no,
They
that
were
one
Yeah, they were major generals,
was
yeah.
obviously an anomaly. But the ones before, it is always like the younger guys. There was one
Mhm.
coup that happened that it was young guys that did it, but they were so young they could not take over power. So they gave an elder and a higher a senior official, a senior
Mhm.
military officer
Yes.
to take
Yeah.
head of state. I can't remember. Maybe it was Mutala or somebody. I can't remember who it was. But somebody they had to give to the person. They had to give the position to a senior ranking officer because they were too young. They were too young.
Military coups are crazy. Like I said, I've been reading this book from Mark Solon, right? Nigeria Soldier of Fortune. Coups are deadly. And I'll tell you how coups are deadly. Imagine you being like a high ranking officer, right? If someone approaches you that they want to carry out a coup, just by mere approaching you, you're already in trouble. You know why?
You already know they are dead.
Do you understand? Like having that knowledge that someone has come to meet you and told you that they want to carry out the coup and so on, you are immediately put into there are two buckets you can feel yourself in. The first bucket is if you don't agree to those guys, if they do carry out the coup, they're coming to kill you, right? The second
Yeah,
bucket is if the coup fails, if you go along with the plan and the coup fails,
they are dead.
you are dead as well.
Yes, ask the guy that shot Murtala Mohammed.
Yeah, Dimka,
Instantly, he knew. Dimka knew already. Now it was game over.
you know. So the coups back then was just they were just crazy. And I was reading the one on the funniest one, the funniest. So there were too many failed coups. I think there are six failed coups from the 1970s, all up to like 1990. The last one was, I believe, 90.
The DR one.
Yeah, the DR one, right? The one before the DR one was the Obasanjo and Yaradua one, which I was not really aware of until I started reading this book, right? So some of these coups, like the Obasanjo and Yaradua coup, I think that was the 1995 coup. People aren't sure if there was actually a coup.
Yeah, because everything was done in a very funny manner
Yes,
also.
so it's an alleged coup.
The alleged coup.
Yeah, which became like an alleged failed coup, whatever. But the
Mm.
one in 97 that led up
That was
to
full fledged. That one was emotion.
that one was, oh, okay, we need to tell this guy to step down. This thing he wants to do, where he wants to become a civilian president, might not work. So we need to come together and carry out an intervention for this for this man and tell him, bro, you need to step down. So as they are all discussing, okay, this is what we need to do. Somebody is recording and taping all of it.
The madness was when Abacha knew. He now called Dia.
Yeah,
And Abacha is a wicked person. Abacha recorded
bro,
his confession.
everything was recorded.
Bro, for you to see, you know who Dia was? Dia was the second most powerful man in the country.
The man knelt down.
It was frustrating. Then Abacha and I gave him a tissue to clean his face.
Yeah, he gave him tissue to clean his face as he was crying,
Yeah.
bawling out in tears, begging
Yeah.
him for his life and saying that
Yeah.
it was a mistake. Abacha now gave him tissue to clean his tears. Then Adisa too, right?
Adisa, when
You
he
know,
met what's this guy's name? Abacha's number bad man. I forgot his
yeah,
name.
his CSO,
The CSO. I forgot his name.
Mustafa.
The guy
And
too was the
Mustafa was like, "Sir, please comport yourself." And the guy was begging.
comport way with
The guy
Abacha.
was, bro, and so when the allegations of the coup happened and they arrested them, right? You know what Abacha did? Abacha he called all the traditional rulers,
especially Southwestern
everybody,
ones.
yeah, and put them in a room and just played
play
those
the tape.
videos. I just played those videos.
You could not
And
talk again now.
They all left there disgusted.
Yeah,
No,
because when they heard that Dia had been arrested, the Southwestern Obas wanted to plead on his behalf because they thought maybe it was when they showed the tape.
They couldn't say anything. They were disgusted. So they now went to court. Of course, Dia claimed, he wasn't staging a coup. Thinking, Adisa said they weren't staging a coup. Then they played those videos. Then the Shaya Bami also came out because Shaya Bami was the one who went to Abacha and told him, hey, these guys are planning something over you. And they approached me, but I've been recording everything. Do you want to hear the tapes? Do you fancy listening to some snitching tapes?
That's the smartest guy ever, man.
And Abacha just told him, go ahead and play along. Ah, man, see, bro.
Do you know that incident was what led to people being scared of Abacha, that you could not even talk ill about him? Or
Yes.
else it's now made him more like, bro, this guy don't fuck with Abacha. He has ears everywhere.
He had.
No. Those years, the Abacha years. Blood.
And what is interesting is Abacha's death, along with Abiola's death, still remain a mystery.
Yeah, it's closed.
I mean, an autopsy wasn't carried out on Abacha. The family refused for an autopsy to be carried out.
He was buried the next day now.
Yeah. So there was no
buried
autopsy.
that same day. Yeah, because
I think it was buried or something.
Yeah,
so there was no autopsy carried out on his own body. The family initially they wanted an autopsy to be carried out because they alleged that some foul play had happened, right? But there was nothing. But there were also reports that his health was deteriorating. This is someone who had been involved in 3 coups. Do you understand? Failed coups. There was a lot of.
He wasn't making too much public appearances back then.
Yeah. There was a lot of things around that. But, the family refused. Then for Abiola's own, the autopsy was, because immediately the family started alleging that he was killed. And he died during a visit from US dignitaries.
So
Condoleezza Rice and a
yes,
couple of other people, right? He drank
this is
something.
days after they visited him.
Yeah, no, not days, bro. I'm reading this
Oh
book
yes,
now, and it
sorry.
was
Yeah, he
in
was
the.
meant to have a meeting. Yeah.
Yes, they brought some, some refreshments, some tea. They went to visit him
That's
in
why I say
where he was serving his house arrest, right?
yeah.
Was it house
And
arrest that Abiola was in at that time?
yeah,
Well,
so
it
they had
was
relaxed it, but he were not allowing. They
Okay.
didn't allow him to leave yet. So he had
After
left.
Abacha's death, they took him. After
Yes,
Abacha's
they
death, he
transferred him
went
to
to. They
Abuja.
transferred him. Okay.
So it was more relaxed. He wore some very nice
and they
agbada and
already
was
started
chilling.
telling them, and we started hearing news that about any day now Abiola will be released.
Yes.
That was the story.
Yes. And a couple of people, I mean, see, bro, they kept this guy in solitary confinement because when I believe it was
The UN
Kofi
Secretary
Annan,
General, yeah,
even
he was
before,
asked,
when Kofi Annan, that is the UN Secretary General, came to visit him, he didn't know who Kofi Annan was.
yeah, he was asking for Boutros Gali, the
Exactly.
previous
Who
one.
was the previous
The
guy?
previous one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they
So even
said,
so,
things
they
don't
had,
change.
and they didn't
Things
tell
don't
him that
change.
this is the new
UN
this is
Secretary
the
General.
current UN Secretary General. So it's just an important person is going to visit you. So Kofi Annan starts talking and they start talking. Then he says, "Excuse me, who are you?" Because he didn't know who he was. So it means that this guy was kept in solitary confinement for a very long period of time.
Yeah.
The amount of people Abacha just kept in jail, right? So Yaradua, Shehu Yaradua, who died in jail, by the way,
Who never came out?
and it's alleged that
Injection.
yes, they injected him with like
Later.
Obasanjo
no
refused that
HIV
injection.
virus.
Yeah,
Oh,
Obasanjo refused that injection. Said no,
Yeah,
he refused the injection. Yeah.
he refused.
So Obasanjo was there. Abiola was there. So many people were just in
Don't forget
the
Ken
amount of
Saro-Wiwa.
journalists, bro. I mean, they hung those ones. That
Yeah.
whole story is even wild because, bro, do you know what led to the Kensariwa thing? Bro, the story is crazy. They allege that Kensariwa, right, advocated and sent some people, instigated a group of people to go and kill, carry out jungle justice or just kill some other Ogoni members
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there was now a fraction in the whole
as usual. Yeah.
Ogoni clan,
Ogoni
right?
movements. Yeah.
Yes, and they felt like Ansarua was more affiliated with the youthful, with the youth
The
of
youth,
the
the
Ogoni, and
youthful
those
arm. Yeah,
guys, they
those
were
ones
they
were
were
ready,
they were
ready to
batshit
protest
crazy.
anyhow.
They
Yeah.
were violent, everything, and the older guys were like, "This is not the route we need to take," right? So they ended up killing the old guys. In fact, there are allegations that they killed them and they ate their body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, see, if you look at what Nigeria has gone through in the last,
This we
let's
are
say,
pretty chill
40
right now.
years,
Yeah.
right? And there's a class of 62 from the military who had, for a long period of time, I think at least for 30 years, had a hand
All the coups.
in Nigeria, in everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You start to look at it and realize that even what we are facing now is still
Yeah, it's
is
still that
still
mentality. It's still the after
is
effects of what the
yes,
military has
of
done.
military rule. So people who say, "Oh, you know what Nigeria needs? Nigeria needs strong hand military." I say you didn't live through it. You don't know what you're talking about,
You don't know,
bro.
fam.
Journalists were picked up like this.
Some are not. Some have not been found till today.
There
Bro.
was, there was. Ah man, see, military is not civilian rule where you think. Look at, you know what? For people who have experienced SARS, that is what the military is. You're not
Yeah.
joking.
Yeah.
There's no democracy. There's no, you know what, I'm going to talk to somebody. No, you can't do this. There's nothing
Shoot
like that.
first, no questions asked after. They don't get time.
During Buhari's era, do you know what they were doing with? It was basically at some point a war against capitalism. You increase your price of your
They
goods in
flog
your
you.
store.
They flog you for markets. They don't give
They
a
will
fuck.
come and trash your whole store, and trash your store and arrest you for increasing the price of your own goods. So do you understand? Now you know how much you use take imports. Now you know how much you use take transport to your place. You now say, okay, everybody's selling theirs at 5 naira. You say my own is 6 naira. They will come and trash.
And Buhari had a henchman as number 2, Tunde Diagbon.
Do you
That was his
understand?
guy. That was the guy. That was the guy that said, if Buhari tells the Diagbon do this, he will clean out that place one time.
I don't know.
What's interesting?
Abacha got the most smoke that Abacha got was for Ken Saro-Wiwa. in spite of
Yeah.
everything. Like
Yeah,
the
because
most
SRO.
because he
got.
killed them. He killed.
Yeah, him
They
and like
were
9 others or 8 others or
8
yeah,
something.
others.
Ogoni 9.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ogoni
Ogoni.
they were
9, Ogoni
hung.
9, so they're 9. Yeah.
They were
He
hung.
he was. That was when the United States economic sanctions started.
Yeah,
And that's what led to
Yeah.
the whole Mandela AFCON issue now that we didn't play
Yes, yes,
for
yes,
two
Yes.
yes, yeah.
AFCONs. That was
96.
the
yes,
issue.
It's true. It's true.
96
It's
and
true.
yes.
It's true.
98. Yeah.
And you know the crazy thing is that Mandela didn't want to publicly, while everybody was publicly castigating Abacha for putting Kansarawu on trial and
Executing.
well, before executing him. So everybody had said, hey, don't do this, don't do this. Mandela felt that he shouldn't do it publicly, but should reach out to Abacha privately and try and convince him privately. So
Yeah.
Mandela was already getting smoke for not calling out Abacha publicly. But he felt that doing that in public didn't make sense. So he reached out to him back channel. And they said Abacha was known for one thing. He had a fantastic poker face. You tell Abacha something, or people will go and have meetings. And this started pre June 12th, and even like post June 12th, right? With Abiola and like the Southwest or whoever, they'll say, okay, Abiola should be in power. They said Abacha will neither say yes or no. Like you will
Because they
leave the
look there.
meeting without a clear
Confused without a definite answer.
answer from
Yeah,
Abacha.
yeah,
Like
or
he
a
had this
clear view of his motive.
of his thank you. He had the best poker face. So
You know
Mandela
the
called and everything, and he was just like, all right, he has received the message, etc, etc. But you don't know what the guy is gonna do.
Yeah, no wonder Mandela got really angry after the death of Kesari because he was the one that was. I remember leading the call for Nigeria to be suspended from the Commonwealth. Do you
Wow.
remember? He was
Yeah.
even canvassing African presidents to join him in ensuring that Nigeria was
funny-
suspended from the Commonwealth. Yeah.
The funny thing is that during that time in the Commonwealth, the Secretary General was in Nigeria.
Yeah, what's his name?
Emeka Anyaku.
Emeka and Yaku. So that one too was under a lot of pressure, because
Yeah.
look at where you come from is messed up, and you're trying to deliver
But ultimately,
democracy
Sha,
globally. Yeah.
ultimately, Sha, Obacha folded too in the end because the transition to civilian rule was to prevent the British government and the American government from an oil embargo on Nigeria. And that was what was giving the man money.
Of
So that was
course.
why he agreed to become a civilian president to transition.
No, at the end of the day, you are right, because he also looked at the writing on the wall that I can't
Yeah.
take this thing
You can't
forever. The
continue.
pressure was
Yeah,
too
the
much.
pressure
You
was
know
too
what?
much.
I'm just going to take off this military attire.
And put on.
But do you know what's funny? Do you know what's
He would have still
funny?
be president today.
Do you know? Of course, like Paul Biya and co. But do you know what's funny? What is funny is I will never trust Nigerians as regards leadership or anything that has to do
No.
with politics.
Of course,
Clear-
historically we've
all-
seen it now.
The data
Four
is there. Clearly.
political
Clearly.
parties,
Five,
right?
five,
Was it
five.
5 political
Five.
parties unanimously
him.
agreed that Abacha should
was
become
ours.
president? Do you understand how crazy this is? In context, it's just like Labour Party, PDP, APC. Look at one person who is strong and say, come and be our presidential
Our
nominee.
candidates.
Do you,
Yeah.
how can 5 parties choose the same person? I'm trying to understand the madness here. How can 5 different parties say, "Oh, this is going to be
Because
our
they were
candidate"?
bots. Because
And
they
do you
were
know
bots, man.
no, they were not bought, bro. Everybody was just bad shit afraid.
Oh, it's true, Sha. That one did.
And you know
again,
what Abacha did? You know Abacha never accepted any of their nominations.
Yes,
He
no.
still just kept his poker face and was chilling till that.
Was it-
When was it? Was it August, or there was a deadline?
Mhm.
I remember it was the first of one of the ember months that they had already said Nigeria is transitioning to a civilian.
You go one do at the last minute, bastard.
You understand?
You know the funny thing about Abacha's career?
Yeah.
Somewhere in his army file, they said, look, this guy is brilliant and everything. But he's so unstable that he should never be given a leadership position. You know, Abacha didn't jump any rank in the military. He got every rank, he achieved every rank. But it's written in his file, this man should not be considered for any leadership role. But look at where we are.
That's crazy. Anyways, we started the show, but let's just start the show as we usually do with a song. I'm feeling hip hop today. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys feeling hip hop?
Which hip hop? Which era of hip hop are you playing? First of all,
Era of hip hop.
Wow, which era of hip hop do you guys want me to play? Let me give it to you guys.
Bro, you guys, you claim to love hip hop, but one of the best hip hop albums of last year, you guys have ignored it. I've never heard you mention it. Ayo is definitely not a hip hop guy anymore. Ayo is just strictly Afrobeat.
Which
The Missionary
album?
by Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. That album
We've
is
spoken
fucking
about that
incredible.
album now. You've spoken about
We didn't speak about it. That album is incredible.
We've spoken about that album. Sometimes I listen to it like almost 10 times. I beg.
I've been playing the album every day in the last 1 week. Every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's nice. I was looking for something local but current. I don't know.
All right. Our current, I don't understand. This is a November 2024 album. Like,
We're out here on the streets.
Damn, Ice Beat, too lit.
Native records, baby. My favorite flash for life, get me matter what guns G records get me load back. When I pull up on my Bento lights, camera, action film. Watch those guys, they don't get to see. They see the fair cozy when all of my guys on the technology. The papa don't get to see. I've been on the road since OPC. When I'm walking, you must notice me, cause I dey pull up like Bento lights, camera, action film. Watch those guys, they don't get to see. They see the fair cozy when all of my guys on the technology. The papa don't get to see. I've been on the road since OPC. When I'm walking, you must notice me, cause I dey pull up like Bento. ABC or PDP, now the same thing, I'd rather follow PDG.
I'd rather follow who?
That was before the facts, my guy.
Before the baby oil. Alright, let's keep it going.
For my own case, I don't get DD, so I pattern up with BTC. For the industry, then they look upstairs, so the can I go squeeze with ease. Flow like breeze, point and kill. What's my film on DVD? Better bring your pump action, or forget these niggas know the first action. Never. Kim Jong-un building everything, a nuclear weapon. Please, Egbo, you supposed to plead that case, but you please on us. Big up, scatter that head, this big gun.
Where the cheek. The jig is up. Now we just scatter the place so the mode do party animals replay. I know they fear Koti, yes, I they like Sheon Kuti. Give them like 2 slap, they won't follow me jack, but they never blast.
Camera action film, watch those guys, they don't get to see. They see the fair Koti when all of my guys on the technology. The papa don't get to see, I've been on the road since OPC. When I'm walking, you must notice me, cause I dey pull up like Bento. Lights, camera action film, watch those guys, they don't get to see. They see the fair Koti when all of my guys on the technology.
Yes, y'all. You're welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast. It is Loose Talk, people. What is going on? I've not done the shout outs recently. I haven't done my shout outs. Who wants to do a shout out? I give it to you guys. Pass it to you guys. Who wants to do a shout out? Do you have a shout out? You have a group of people you want to shout out?
I don't get any shout out though.
No shout outs.
I don't know. So I was receiving some DMs last week, and I figured out what did we see on the pod that was leading to this DMs?
Barrage of DMs.
I went back to listen, and apparently Ayo let it sleep. But shout out to everybody who has been reaching out. God bless you. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you.
At this point, if you could not figure it out, then bro,
then you're not a loose talk giant.
Yeah, because as at last year, somebody hit me up and said, "Oh, it has happened that we are saying yeah," because obviously there was a change. Everybody, so bro, so if you could not figure that out, since bro.
Yeah,
well,
shout out to everybody.
All I want to say is,
yeah.
I was talking to someone, a mutual friend of the show, in our WhatsApp group, and it was like, Steve actually manifested this SDC thing. And that's first thing he said, like, Steve did it Canada, he actually manifested the child. And you know what he said? He said before the wave of Jackpot, before he became popular, like, that 2020, 2019,
really, that 20 COVID,
yeah. He said you had been saying it a few years before.
A long time, yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So, guys, you are what you say. You are what you consume, first of all, and then things that you say. All this, and that's when they say prayer works, pray to God. This is just manifesting,
manifestation.
Right? Affirmations is very important. That's why the kind of music you sing or you listen to, the kind of things you consume, they are very important. Especially when you sing the music back. It's very important. You understand? Kind of things you say is very important. I was listening to Drake's God Plan the other day, And it gets to one point where he says there are a lot of bad things that they're wishing, they're wishing, they're wishing, they're wishing, they're wishing on me. I mean, I changed it to there are a lot of good things that they're
Good things.
wishing. Yeah, when I'm
I
singing
don't
it,
want
it will
here.
work.
You
Yeah,
know,
because
what made
it is what it is.
You know what made the Kendrick come?
Okay, no, where the Kendrick come.
Only if Drake knew that he was calling the forces that were stronger than him on that song.
Yeah, so positive affirmations, right? Yeah, my snapping. Positive affirmations, guys. You have to put it in practice. If you want to become something, write it down, say it to yourself, and all that good stuff. It's very, very important. I still have on the docket here. Happy New Year, guys. I'm done with Steve. I'm done. I just took
Okay.
it off. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
But how's everybody doing? What's happening? What's good?
Yeah, I think, but the whole of January is like still happy New Year mode, like year now. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if someone has not listened to the first 3 episodes of this year and he listens to this one, if
Yeah.
you say Happy New Year, it's 2 fits. Do you get?
Bro.
It's still
after
On
the
radio, they're still
7th
saying
of-
Happy New Year on radios.
Bro, after the 7th of January, cut that shit down.
Some people's Christmas tree is still up. Oh.
Because they are lazy to remove it. They don't just want to remove it.
That's true. That's true. Is your Christmas tree still up, Steve?
Nah.
Was there a Christmas tree to even begin with?
There was.
Okay. Which one did you guys get? Did you go to the store to get the real tree, or did you get the one from Amazon, like the normal?
Amazon now. Me
plastic?
go out. It's Amazon that I
Bro,
used. And
it's a big deal
very
here.
interesting
People
because
go
last year we didn't buy a home because wife is like, no, next year we'll buy. My wife was like, this is not my ideal Christmas. Next year we'll buy. Next year will be my ideal Christmas. I was like, okay. So this one I didn't want to.
Okay.
I sure it never even came to my mind because I was doing something on Amazon. I was shopping for like first aid kits. Then she came and mentioned, oh, the Christmas tree. I was like, oh, okay. So I just put it and it came and that was just it. And yeah.
So you could not go to the forest and just go and saw one.
Maybe this year.
I'm serious. Like where I am, like there's a store here, right? Very big store. You know the stores where you can get like it's like all the utility stores. You can buy like your own wood, buy whatever you want to buy. They actually sell the trees, the real trees. They grow them all through the year and then they sell them. And people were coming to, purchase their own real trees, set it up and all of that. And I was like,
that's too much. That's too much investments.
That's too much investment, especially by January. You then throw it out.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I break.
But it was a big deal. I saw a lot of people coming to pack the tree. I'm like, damn, it's very dedicated to the.
I'm telling you, to the Christmas spirit, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. And then here is a very big fireworks country
and
like
lights
this
and lightning and lights like Christmas lights everywhere. It's interesting. Yeah.
That band they be killing you.
Even Lagos too, Christmas lights.
No standard now. Standard.
If you pass
our precious VI.
Yeah, if you pass Zenith Bank,
I saw a funny video from Lagos this week. This Christmas, not funny, like very interesting and intriguing. Someone like had like a pickup and lit it up with like Christmas lights all through, even with the dressing. I think the guy had like a for the Christmas attire, everything lights up. Like it was really good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Christmas is good. At least end of the year, everybody's celebrating, having good times and stuff like that.
I mean, you can only do that if you have money.
Yeah, money.
Let's keep it a buck.
What I do.
Let's keep it a buck. If not, you manage.
What I do.
So that you don't, in January, you don't start disputing charges.
Without looking at one eye. Without looking at one eye.
Now.
Next
year Christmas, everybody pay with transfer.
Pay with transfer. PS is here.
Pay with transfer.
If you want to have a dirty Christmas, send all your money to
your local
Nigerian account.
OP, put that for OP so that transfer go easy. Put that for
easy.
OP and
instant reflection.
There's one called Kel now. Use it. Mm-hmm. It's fast. Yeah.
You understand? Or you can even send it to your Nigerian dom.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because
to go and do disputes with Access Bank.
You go.
But is the dispute on the bank or the card issuer?
It's actually the card issuer.
It's the card issuer.
It still works. So no card. No
No
card.
card.
Pay with transfer.
You want to oble with OP. Thank you.
That's even a good
Oble with
marketing
OP.
copy.
Yes, that's the
Oble with
funny
okay.
Oble with
Oble with
OP.
OP. Yeah. You understand? Like, I don't want any card. Do not
I
give
don't
me
want
any
card.
card. Cash or transfer.
That's
Cash or
it.
transfer.
Oh,
That's it. No card. No card. See,
oh
I
man.
think things would even work faster with QR code. The adoption of QR code is just a very big problem.
Yeah. It's seamless actually.
Why is tap and pay why is the tap and pay evolution very, very slow in Nigeria?
I mean, you mean with like your card?
With card, phone, stuff like that.
And no, they've not enabled it because I think the first problem was I listened to this. I think the guys at
Open Africa, they talked about it.
they talked about it. I think the first thing is security.
Yeah.
That's the first
The
problem.
security.
The security.
I think to solve the security issue, you just cap your spend now. Like
Yeah,
the
because
tap and pay here that we have here. I think it's tap at $100.
you can even set it. You can set
You can
it.
even set it.
Which
and
from
stuff
your
like that.
bank, you can set it and say,
Yeah.
okay, for contactless payment, to give me a cap of maybe $100 for every time
Yeah.
$100 is spent. I have to use my
Use my pin.
pin again.
Pin.
You know,
Yeah.
and all of that. So there's that as well. You know, but
Yeah.
I think
It's slow.
that's the
I
first.
wonder why it's slow.
That's the first issue. Adoption. That's slowing down the adoption. The second thing I think is just to be honest, and I think it's a bit overrated. Maybe not.
Ah.
No, not. I'm talking about what I want to talk about is the
Okay.
like the education around it.
Yeah.
You know, people might not know how it works,
How to do it or
and
something
all
like
of that. You know, and all of
Yeah.
that. So that might be there, and you might think, no, not really, because Lagos. You know, but if you start to move out of some certain areas to other regions, then you understand that.
It's true.
But there's
it's
a
true, it's
reason
true.
why the banks haven't made that happen.
There's a reason, yeah.
They want you
Yeah.
to slot in your card and use your PIN.
Use your
There's a
pin.
reason,
yeah.
and
That's
to
a
be
reason.
honest, I think for me it has to do with security, because if your
Sure,
card
sure.
gets lost, and here's the problem: it's also an infrastructure problem. If your card gets lost now, how
I should
easy
be able to
is-
just block it.
you can't. You
Yeah.
can't. They'll tell you have to call the bank before you
Call
can
the
reach
bank
a bank,
before you can reach a bank.
bro. You know, so that's the main problem. I think it's a security thing, contactless payment. But again, it's still card, and we were trying to oblate with OP here. You know, we're trying to see how we can nullify the problem. And for me, it's QR code. QR code for me is the fastest, right? Which is what happens in China and some other parts of Asia. QR code
Yes.
payment is the smoothest. You know, and I saw this because we're trying to implement it when I was working at OP, right? There was a whole
OP.
squad and they spent a lot of money, but the thing failed, and that was like an execution problem. But the sandbox they created and the merchants they started to work with, right?
Yeah.
Once they
experience
incentivized
was-
those merchants,
Yeah.
bro, it was easy.
Excited.
Because all
The
you
experience
need to
was
do-
good, right?
All you need to do is fund your wallet of your bank, right? Scan the QR code, click tap once, and the payment is in.
Payment is there.
Bro, there's no, it's stress free. The problem we're having is with QR payments in Nigeria, I believe, is you don't have a unified QR payment system. So you can't just go from one bank account, scan another QR code. Because this one, the one I just explained to you was like P2P, it was
Unifies-
the same platform.
Okay.
You understand? But if the person accepting payments is accepting payments with maybe, I don't know, GT
Money
Bank,
points.
right?
Yeah.
Or whatever, right? And has a QR code set up, and you want to pay from Access Bank, which is your own
It
bank
will-
account.
It won't work.
It's a lot. They tried it, and I think a store, when I was in a good way, store actually used it, and I scanned the QR code, but you have to go through certain loops. It wasn't easy. And when you want to make payments, especially in like when it's not, you know, when you're working with a merchant that is working with regular consumers, so this is B2B
Yeah.
to everything has to be instant and quick. You're at a supermarket, someone says your bill is 19,500. I just want to scan the QR code. I want something to pop up on my screen, and I click OK.
That's it.
And that's
I
it. And that person immediately gets a transaction notification that the money has gone in. You're not waiting 1 minute. It can't be 1 minute. It can't be 30
It
seconds.
can be. Yeah.
It has to be instant payment.
Instant. Yeah.
It has to be instant payment. So if that can't happen, then QR codes can't work. So that unified central system
Payment,
where
central
every
system.
bank can use the same QR code system. It has to happen, and if it does,
It has to
if that
happen.
doesn't exist,
And it has to come from either CBN or NIBS. Like it has to come from
yes.
them.
Or everybody has to share that same platform. You're right.
Yeah.
When
Everybody has to share one platform.
yeah. And then, some of I think it was Access Bank that launched it. I was trying to use their QR code. Bro, if you see where they went to, the UX guys went to hide this thing. They went to access the QR code. You understand? Be like say I enter your house, I can't define the smallest room in your house. You have to go to one place, then go to somewhere, then go to somewhere, then click it. You have to do like 4 clicks.
Yeah.
Bro,
No, no,
you understand? 4 clicks to get to your QR code, to go and scan a QR code. It should be on my first page. Where you can just say scan QR code, or I'm just tapping a button. So all those things matter, and I don't think Nigerians have prioritized it enough.
And I think we're just too comfortable with. I think we're very like, for example, now like pay with transfer like is really really optimized now. And because of how fast transfer goes in Nigeria and blah blah, instant receive, I think we're just comfortable on that. Well, I don't think we're to change that our habits. I think it will be difficult. But we can still do it anyway.
Yeah, pay with transfer is still until the thing hangs.
Yeah.
Oh, man. In short, the process is even too like. In fact, this thing you're saying is the process is too even difficult because at the end of the day, people transfer they still have to. Most stores in Nigeria, physical stores in Nigeria, still have to take your number to call you, just in case the money reverses. It happens it happens in our grocery shops.
Of course, now say please can I have your number?
Take your number.
Yes, now.
Yes.
Some stores will even tell you we don't want pay with transfer because the failed transactions is a lot. At times, the money might even leave your account and not get reversed on time.
And not get reversed on time.
And still not get to the merchant's account.
And still not get to the bank. Yeah.
The place will tell you, Sab. The place will tell you before. So is it card or cash? They're letting you know there's no transfer. Is it card or cash?
I'm telling you, it's
No transfer.
for real.
No,
Yeah,
but
no
but back I won't say back then, but like at least 2 years ago, the place was still taking transfer now.
Since
They've stopped.
that issue of Emefiele, that during Emefiele period from now to then, no transfer. You know many businesses lost money during that whole period. Say, oh, the transfer went and the transfer.
Yeah, and it didn't come.
You see when you enter the place like this, you see it there, bro. No transfer.
Ah, wow. Because at some point, the place did have transfer. And then you show, they'll receive it. They'll go and call their manager. The manager will say, yes, I've received it. You do thumbs up, then you can leave.
Even this place, Mega Chicken will tell you, before they give you your food, they'll tell you to wait for the manager to confirm. And you know how many transactions Mega Chicken are doing it. How minute you even entered this thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes you wait like this before they
it's not optimized that. It's not optimized at all. Because like our local grocery shops in Lagos, what they do, like the ones in the solo, what they do is once we make transfer, someone from the central system will say a transfer of 45,000 naira, 45,600 naira confirmed.
Put your business on blast.
That's
to let the cashier know that okay, the money has entered. You
That's
get
a password dream. So now we go back on your 200K. Yeah, me I know where I go.
Exactly.
Put your business on blast.
On blast. Everybody will hear it. So the cashier will be like, okay, your transfer has gone.
First of all, for grocery shops that are as big as that, they actually have a
they should have an intercom.
They have an intercom, a listening device. Like
a listening device that should wear. Thank you. Instead of just announcing my price.
Business on blast.
So if I need 5K, I'll come back. 5K.
Just imagine say you they shop at the same time with one kidnapper. And they say transfer of 300,000 naira confirmed. The guy will look and say 300,000 naira in groceries. This is a prospect.
This is a prospect.
The guy will pen you down as a likely.
Will just pen you down. You go to your car, write down your number. If possible, follow you reach yourself.
You go follow you reach house now.
And why does he get the manager announcing? Why does he have a baritone voice? The transfer of 75,000 naira has just been made.
That's what they're looking for when they hired the person.
So too many infrastructure issues.
Man. Yeah,
for some things to work. But I think QR code is still the fastest. Hopefully,
it
can be implemented. It can be implemented. Anyways, man, let's jump into it. What do we have? Ogamu Dashiru. Hey,
First of all, that That name is gangster as fuck, man. Muda Shiru.
Baba Omo Yamuda. Okay.
Yeah.
Mudashiru Obasa is not going down easily. He's back from the Atlanta, from the A. He's back from the A town, and
Did he go to this guy's birthday?
Oh,
I didn't see him there.
Tunde or not?
wait, hold on. Hold on. First of all, before we even get into this Obasa thing, quick one. Who's handling Peter Obi's Twitter account?
But that person, I don't know. That person should be sacked, fired.
I saw that tweet. I shook my head.
Bro.
I lied.
What's
Like,
going
are we
on?
serious? Are we serious in this country?
We are not.
Everything
We are
is a
not.
joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. You know, and I think about it and say, okay, am I an old head here?
Maybe.
Okay, for
I don't
context,
know.
for those who don't know, right? The account of Peter Obi tweeted a happy birthday post to Tunde Ednut.
Yeah.
For
That's
me,
like Obama saying happy birthday to academics.
I mean, yes,
That's it.
to DJ Academics, yes.
Yeah, DJ academics. Yes.
Yes.
That's very correct.
No,
Can you
that's it.
imagine?
That's actually it.
That's it entirely.
Oh my
There's no
God.
difference.
There's no difference, to be
There's no
honest.
difference. Who's handling? What is going on? What's
I don't
really
understand.
happening?
Is there
I
no
don't
quality
understand.
control in this country anymore?
Nothing. Anything goes. Car, man. It's
Because
just a
I'm trying
disgrace.
to understand why Peter Obi is singing birthday praises to Tunde Ednut.
I didn't know himself.
No shade to Tunde Ednut. Like shout out to Tunde
No,
Ednut.
of course.
You know,
Shout out to him.
doing
I'm
what he's
just
doing in
saying
the
that-
entertainment space. But is
Yeah.
there a line between any of these
These
things?
things. Yeah.
Like where do the worlds cross? I want to know. Like,
It's scary. I like that, man.
I saw that like now.
Today, let me read the post. It says, today I joined the world in celebrating. I joined the world is wild, first of all. I joined the world in celebrating the birthday of a remarkable Nigerian media influencer, Tunde Ednut. Tunde has earned his place as one of Nigeria's most admired and hardworking internet celebrities, captivating audiences with his creativity, humor, and consistency. First of all, right, what's the British spelling of humor?
OU HUMOUR.
Yeah,
This
OUR.
one
There's no
is
U.
HU. Yeah, there's no U, so it's GTP.
Bro,
GPT.
see, I did something for. I was
It's GPT.
collaborating
They
on
used to write this thing.
I was collaborating on a project with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and was like, the rationalized Z
Yes.
and X or something.
S,
something.
yeah.
The person was just correcting all my X to Z. I was just laughing. I was just laughing. I was like, bro, people don't know this. People don't know the difference between this American and UK spellings.
Yeah, they don't. So I see it. Okay, humor without the U after the O. This is GPT. They use writing this one.
Of
Anyways,
course, easily.
This is crazy. But let's get back to it. So yes, Obasa is back from the A, and he's still insisting he's the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. I don't understand how this is possible. I mean, first of all, he says a Lagos State House of Assembly speaker cannot be impeached, but only removed. That's what he's saying. That's what the Constitution says. So he says he has only been removed, but not impeached. All right. He is now saying that the impeachment was illegal, alleging using a fake mace and police intimidation during the process. So barely 48 hours after returning to the country from the United States of America and being unable to meet with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the State House Abuja, a defiant former Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, on Saturday dared his colleagues, insisting that he remains the Speaker of the State Assembly. This is just as the state lawmakers asked the residents of the state to ignore the rantings of the former speaker, warning him not to heat up the polity. Addressing a mammoth crowd of his supporters at his official residence at the GRA, Ikeja, Obasa, who represents Agege local government, I believe, insisted that his impeachment did not follow due process. For context, Obasa has been representing Agege since 2003.
Only one person.
He's been the
Grassroots.
speaker, I think, for like a decade now, but he's been
Yes.
there since
Decade plus.
2003. So
2003.
he's always returned because people have always voted him back into Why did you do air quotes, Ayo, when I said voted?
Voted now. I would not talk past that one now.
He's always been voted back into the the position.
The house.
Yeah, the House. So he said, according to him, the election of Honorable Mojisola Miranda as the new speaker did not follow the law, declaring his removal null and void. The embattled lawmaker alleged that a fake mace was used to install Miranda as speaker, adding that hundreds of policemen invaded the assembly on the day of his removal to intimidate his loyalists. Obasa also alleged that some policemen invaded his official residence on the same day and prevented members of his family in the house from coming out. While vowing to remain or to resume as speaker, Obasa also said he would challenge his removal in court. He says, the speakership is not Obasa's title. It's like a general. When you go to war, you may come out or you may not come back. So I am not disturbed, perturbed, or worried about the purported removal. While hinting that his action must have had the tacit support of the executive arm of the government in the state, he said that, however, things must be done properly. The Lagos State Commissioner of Police led police officers to invade the state assembly on the day of the removal, while over 200 policemen also invaded my private residence in Agege. They also blocked the gate to my official residence while they prevented members of my family from going out of the house. I am not afraid of being removed. I have been a member of the House for almost 22 years and a speaker for almost 10 years. And I think I have contributed my quota. But why did they have to break the chamber and use a fake mace to carry out the removal? If they say they don't want me again, it's fine, but let them follow due procedure. My status in the House is that I believe strongly I remain the Speaker of the Assembly until the right procedure to remove me is followed. According to him, the removal of speakers in the past was conducted in their presence without police involvement and intrusion in the state legislative chamber. He says, retired Honorable Pelumi is my brother and friend. When he was removed, he was on the floor of the House, probably even presiding. When Honorable Fumi Tedrosho was removed, she was in the House and those who were suspended were also present. There was no involvement of the police and the legislative chamber was not broken into. A fake mace was not brought into the House and I'm not afraid of being removed. He's talking about previous times, right? If you have been a member of the House for over 20 years and a speaker for almost 10 years, you don't get disturbed. But let them follow the proper procedure and let us close the matter. He debunked the allegation that he spent 16 billion naira to construct a gate at the assembly.
That must have been a gate.
First of all, if someone is even alleging that he took 16 billion naira, is that not just wild?
It's wild.
16 billion naira to build an assembly gate. But he said he debunked the allegation and said that he bought 40 Hilux vans for 40 billion naira as a speaker. Oh, so he also debunked the allegation that he bought 40 Hilux vans for 40 billion naira as a speaker. Wow. 40 billion.
And there's no money in Nigeria.
Chineke me. The former speaker said he had not done anything wrong to warrant his removal, adding that he had lived up to expectations, serving as a lawmaker for over 2 decades. He stated that he believed so much in the assembly and he would never partake in its destruction. All right, man. Goes on and on and on and on. But yeah, I'm guessing on Monday. If you guys are listening to the podcast, we're recording on Sundays. But I'm guessing Monday is going to be crazy at the State House Assembly because he is going to try and resume.
That's today. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to try and resume,
as speaker. He dare not. He dare not. And
you think he's not going to, but he's still claiming he's the speaker.
Why I don't want it to happen because it's obvious what is going to lead to. It's going to be violence and there will be like loss of lives and stuff like that. Remember what happened in 2019 primaries? APC, like the primaries that led up to the 2019 governorship election in Lagos, where people, someone was stabbed and stuff like that, and someone died also. So it's not something that we want to see. Yeah, it's not something that I want to see. I
It's
really
going
want
to
see
lead to
that.
loss of lives.
Yeah,
Sadly.
when politicians in Lagos challenge like the established powers, of course we know who that be. I can't help but wonder what the strategy is. Do you get
Yeah.
like have you identified like have you noticed a weakness, a strategy, or you're just simply acting out of
Or a
emotion or
loophole.
just bitterness? Do you get like you are lashing out without a clear plan? Do you get so this approach just seems like is impulsive and poorly thought out. It's similar to what Ambode did,
Yeah.
right? Because when
Yeah.
Ambode was doing it, I was looking at it, I was watching, I was like, what are you really doing?
What's the end? What's the end
What's
game
the
here?
end goal of this, right? Because what I believe is that to successfully rebel against a bad leadership or authority in Lagos, nobody should see you coming.
You just
No,
took the words right out of my
nobody
mouth.
should see you coming.
When
Like,
you
know,
start
they call-
singing like this, it's like
when
you
you
lost
start
already.
from that disrespecting Sonolu when he came to the house to all
to-
your talk about president and governorship, blah blah, it already shows that there's nothing to it. Like you don't have any plan.
Yeah.
Because someone that has a plan will not say anything.
will not be leaking
Like,
like this. You'll not be talking
obviously.
up and down.
Obviously, nothing lasts forever. This power is going to be dismantled one day. Nobody's going to see it coming. I promise you. So that's how I know that these people are just when it comes, nobody is going to see. That's why I know that these ones are not serious.
Yeah,
They're not
they call
serious.
stealth move.
Exactly.
Quiet. It go be like Black Ops.
Quiet.
You know when Black Ops won't do operation, nothing, and they will clean house.
Yeah.
One day, I will be like, say this power would never existed. But all these one that are shouting and giving press
it's too
conference,
much. Like,
bro,
yeah,
bro, come on, man. The person you are playing with is not a child.
it's not a pro.
It's 500 steps ahead of you. 500 steps ahead of you.
1,000. Do you get?
Somebody
so
that
like,
Obasanjo could not conquer is you. What you are
so
not.
it's all what you are shouting.
You're
You're
not ready.
The day they impeached you, some touts came to the house and came to allow her to make no. They locked everybody up. Everybody said inside Black Man. Everybody entered.
Oh,
Let's
your
go.
mandate. Oh, your mandate.
Mandate.
They started singing for Tinubu.
Tinubu knows people waiting in mandate too. You know,
never see
at all.
anything.
Yes. I mean, you guys, spot on. I'll even pick up from what Ayo said. First of all, the person you want to go to battle with is battle tested. There's a picture of Abiola and Abacha, side to side, and just behind is
Tinubu.
is Tinubu. This is
It's
93.
Tinubu. 93.
Do you understand?
Oh,
and he has his infinity cap on. This guy
That's
has the infinity stones on his cap. He has it on.
Also,
In
you know what that
93.
means? You know what that means? That means at least 10 years before 93, he was already plotted to become senator.
Exactly.
10 years.
I need people to understand. So here's
What they're up against.
Again, reading on Nigerian history
will help you understand.
It will help you understand. And young people, please, any book you can get on Nigerian history, grab it and read it. It's important. Because these people you think you want to fight when you go on social media, these people are battle tested. They went to jail. They went into exile.
Tinubu
Do you
was in
understand?
exile
I need
under
you
the
guys
Abacha
to
regime.
I need you
Are
guys
you
to
joking?
understand that you can't just, and that's why when a son of an elite family comes and says he wants to be governor and you guys get excited without any clear strategy, you need to understand that these guys are not it's not fun and games.
It's real with them. It's 100%.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not
touch and
fun
go,
and
man.
games.
It's real.
It's some dark stuff. It's not fun and games. Somebody was running for governor of Lagos State and they were doing the primaries for the PDP. Funsho, and he was assassinated. Do you understand? It's not fun and games. It's not, we'll just do this thing and it's not. It's some real dark, it's hardcore. When it gets to the nitty-gritty, they roll the big guns out. It's hardcore, guys.
That's why I keep saying that if you want to go against these people, can you go as far as they want to go? Because they will go there.
What happened with
believe.
NSAS? Okay, it's a week now. You guys are fucking around. Military, pew, pew. Yeah, pew, pew. The military comes and pews and still denies that anybody was pewed.
Yeah.
And took all the bodies.
Yeah. And the thing is that it was even because it was a civilian government. If we were under military rule, NSAS was in the last 2 days.
bro.
no go last 2 days.
So I need you guys to understand that the people you want to go up against, they are battle tested. That's number one. Now, number two, based on what Steve said, with no clear strategy, if you want to go against, do you understand, the order in the powers or the people in order, I think that the BAT era has made this guy so comfortable because
Yeah.
he's laid the pipeline and infrastructure. Even though these guys are the foot soldiers and the ground soldiers, and they've even become some of the generals in his camp, but he's created a system where these guys have not been battle tested for a couple of years.
Yeah, some of them are just they've gone lazy. Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's easy because everything has just been a rollover. When has there been stiff competition from another political party in Lagos State?
Only from Fushon Williams, that era of Fushon Williams.
Yep, that era, yeah.
After Fashola came into power, the PDP just sunk.
He decimated them.
Even when the
Decimated them.
Obanikoros tried and what happened?
Where's
They eventually
Obanikoro
still
now?
found themselves back in what?
You will come back now.
In APC. So you're not battle tested and you don't have a clear strategy. I want to see what will happen on Monday because there's going to be some bloodshed because he's going to come with his own goons and the state will come with their own goons and the state is backed by police.
Exactly. So he better not.
Backed by police, Mopo, military.
And if he does that, immediately you've committed a crime. Because now the police can say you are doing what? You are creating
violence.
Yeah, you are creating civil unrest and inciting violence. And then there's a warrant for your arrest. And here is one thing. There's one thing I know that works in Nigeria. The law works. Or let me just put it like this, the law can work. Because once they activate the law to work,
the speed will shock you. The speed will shock you.
My brother, when they say there's a warrant for your arrest, you are stripped of all your powers immediately once they want to deal with you. And you are arrested, you are tried, whatever. So I would like to see how Egbomu Dashiru wants to navigate this.
Not really Egbomu Dashiru.
Yeah, you better be careful. That's what I asked last week. She is still a member of the house. You can go there and still continue your life and just continue. Because if you try and
and this is just based off him wanting to be run for governor, Abi.
It's something. There's something
else again.
He's broken, so he's probably broken from alignment and says, you know what, he wants to run for governorship.
I think first of all, that disrespect that has been given to Sanwo-Olu.
I don't think it's the Sanwo-Olu disrespect because that one has been happening. I think it's that thing of breaking, aligning. I think that thing he said in the house where he said he's not different from Tinubu, Fashola, etc.
Yeah.
I think that's one. I think that's the big disrespect. And I think if the elders in the house don't approve of him, then you're cast away.
Mm-hmm.
And all you have is your own boys. That's it.
But the fact that you went to Abuja and Tinubu did not give you audience, just come back to Lagos, JJ, and just be attending the
eat your humble pie.
Eat your humble pie. You take your sitting allowance. They go. You get creep for Atlanta. What more do you? That is the Nigerian dream. What more do you want?
David Mark style.
Bro. But you two want to become governor. Did they tell you that they want to give you governorship?
And if you want to run for governorship, but the thing is that if he wants to run for governorship, he has to run under the APC umbrella because every other party in Lagos is now.
Osagie, do you remember one Tinubu's deputy? You know when he kicked out that lady. He had a deputy.
Pedro now. And Pedro tried to run.
Where is Pedro?
Under the Labour Party also. I think Pedro tried to run, under Labour Party.
Today? Where is Pedro today?
I mean, shout out to Pedro and doing his own thing. But I understand what you mean. Do you understand? Yeah. He also went against the Tinubu and
the authority. Yeah.
Look at Agbaje. After the first run.
He came back now. He came back to APC now.
Yeah.
Abi? No, sorry, Agbaje PDP. Sorry, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. That was an iconic meme.
It's great. It's great. So if you look at it, you're right, man.
I was talking about Abanikoro. You know, Abanikoro, they fell out before they came back and stuff.
He came back.
He must You must
don't
come
get
and kiss
choice,
the
bro.
ring, bro. You don't get choice.
Bro.
Yeah, so man, I want to see this. I want to see if Obasa is, if he's truly the Egba Dugbo he claims to be.
No, he's not.
But that's the problem. You're Egba Adugbo. You can't go that far.
Yeah.
Egba Adugbo no get power
Break-
past their Adugbo. That's the thing.
Breaking
We go
news
try
to you,
somewhere.
he's not. Make it no bother. He's already shown that he's not. He has already
As
shown.
they take Komota,
As I take on, you don't show already. Make him go sleep.
And guess what? Knowing Tinubu and his guys, there's a new Egba Adugbo that's coming out in Agege. Just watch.
Yup.
A younger version is coming out.
Yup.
They go they're in base, I think they ask. They go scatter out for him.
Yup.
Interesting. It reminds me of Ambade's world press conference. Man, see
That's
thing
the first time the Nigerian president is giving a world press conference.
this thing
Bro,
needs its own documentary.
I don't know if you guys remember that thing. Do you know that we came to the office? It was a Sunday.
To
we came
record,
to the office because
yes,
of that.
now. Yeah.
We came to record. That's we came to record
yeah.
a pod.
Yeah.
That's true.
When we when I came out, we now started
When we
hearing
came
news.
out, everywhere was the office was like everybody was shouting in the office. Like,
It was
what
on a
happened?
Sunday now. I remember
I
it was
started
on a
watching
Sunday.
this press conference. Everybody mouth open. Say what?
Why was everybody in the office on a Sunday?
No,
That's right,
that's our office. That's our first office. Like
No,
people are
no,
always
it's
there
what-
now.
No, it's not. It's
The
not even
homeless
a
people
program.
when no get house that time. Samson, all those guys. Yeah.
Dayo,
that your guys when you like office.
Ayola.
You
Samson
get
for sure
why?
no
You
get
get
house.
why?
You get why? We recently know why.
Well, it's true. There
But
was
in that office, there was always people in the office.
Yeah, it was a proper newsroom.
Yeah, a proper
Yeah, it
newsroom.
was.
There's
Yeah,
always
there
people
was
in the
always
office.
someone.
Yeah.
There were always people in the office. If you wanted to
Yeah,
get
you used to
stuff
say
done.
it, and sometimes you be in Lekki, you're like, I'm going to the office. You know that somebody will be there.
Yeah, I'll just show up. Yeah. No, that press conference was crazy because first of all he wore the Lagos State shirt. This was like his last resolve, right? This was like the last thing he
After
could
doing
do.
everything, after losing the primaries and stuff
Yes.
like that.
This
Yeah.
was like,
That's
you know what,
rough.
guys, I'm going to exactly that's it rough. To me
Yeah.
that he just turned it upside down. Then by this, he was then hoping that the people of Lagos would heed his
No
call
backing. Yeah.
and then back him. But my brother was
Nobody
You know what I like about Tinubu? You never know his choice of who the governor is going to be. It's going to be just one random name again. He's the only one. All these names that are shouting, hey, this person. When it's time for primaries, you just hear one bro.
The guy will just come. That's only came. Oh.
Bro,
no
who's someone
clue.
before this thing?
The
No
guy just
clue.
came.
It was Jude that told us 2 weeks before.
2 weeks
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Sanwo-Olu's
Jude got
guy.
the intel that there's this guy called Jide Sanwo-Olu that is your next governor of Lagos State. And the other like, Jude, you've come with this.
And you know I
theories
denied.
again,
You know why I
abeg."
denied? I denied because I'm like, Ambode have not done second term now.
Yeah.
Then I started seeing videos and Kwamon saying something about Ambode. APC
Ambode,
members were
yeah.
saying something about Ambode. I just said, for this to happen, for
The
them to
way
allow the videos
celebrities,
to come out.
the way Ambode had a lot of celebrity endorsements in 2015.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Yes,
way
man.
everybody shunned him in 20, it was only one person that stood by him.
Olamide.
Olamide.
Olamide
Only
Banto.
Olamide stood by him. Only Olamide. Ah, man. They fucked him up.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Church Obasa go now. Everybody.
Church
church don't close,
Obasa,
just
Church
go out.
Obasa.
Obasa, they tell you.
I'm very invested in what
Hey,
happens.
what happens on Monday?
Yes,
I'm very
yes.
Let's
invested.
see.
And in the following weeks, I'm very
Yeah,
invested.
in the following ways. Yeah,
Because he's still a member of the house.
yeah
Yes,
it
it's
is.
still.
So he will still attend, the sessions and all of that. It's going to be very awkward, first of all. Anyways. All right, man. Updates on the event that led to the death of the EFCC officer in Anambra. Okay, if you guys can remember, last week we talked about some members of the EFCC who, I don't even know how to explain it. Did they illegally access the building
Not illegally. They joined a raid.
during
So
a
they were
raid?
Somebody
That
was
happened
shot.
at
One of the
3
officers
a.m.
was
in the
shot and
morning.
killed. Yes.
One of their members was shot and killed,
Yeah.
while the other was severely injured. And it was, first of all, let's read the statement because
It's very long, but if you can read it, read it.
yeah, I'm just going to paraphrase some places.
Yeah.
Right. So the EFCC has condemned the false narratives on loss of officer. They've expressed the grief of their assistant superintendent of the force or of the commission, Aminu Shuaibu Salisu, who was killed in cold blood while on a legitimate duty on January 17, 2025 by a suspected internet fraudster. And then they go ahead and name the person, Joshua Ikechukwu. First of all, why is there a sanctioned or, like you said, legitimate?
They didn't sanction it. They just want to back the officers. That's it. Because if you say you sanction it, you are the one who also banned sting operation in the night.
Exactly.
If you get this is just trying to trying to maintain a united front and just back the officers. The claim here was that they agreed that it was from the office that they gave them, that they left the office. It was a legitimate raid, and they went there. Do you get? And they and during the raid, they politely demanded entrance to the guy's apartment, which we know is a lie.
After scaling the fence.
Yeah, after scaling.
At 3 a.m.
After scaling it.
At 3 a.m.
Why did
Now
you
you're
go
not
8
being
o'clock
polite.
in the morning, knock the door? Like, the person you are trying to also arrest, is this person... Come, are we watching Law and Order here? Or Law and Order... what's the name of the other one? Not Sexual Victims Unit. Organized crime. Is that what we're watching here? That's not what we're watching here now. Is there a RICO case against these people? Like, are these people terrorists? Did the
They're
guy
not-
refuse to be arrested or invited to the EFCC office or anything? Why must you go to someone's house at 3 a.m. and try and gain access to their building just because you want to arrest the person? Anyways, the second paragraph in their statement is already gaslighting people. It says, additionally, the Commission views with great concern the irresponsible, callous, inhumane, and outrageous narratives being circulated on social media on the whys and wherefores of the fatal accident. It's heinous to reduce the death of a gallant officer who was carrying out patriotic and official duties to social media razzmatazz.
This is the
I'm
beginning of
sorry,
what-
you're
the
gonna
beginning of
get
what
this.
happened.
You're gonna get this smoke. If you went to someone's house at 3 a.m. in the morning, jumped over the fence, and illegally tried to gain access to the person's house without proper information passed on to the person that you are from the EFCC. So you come to my house at 3 a.m. and you're shouting you are from the EFCC. Is that enough reason for me to open the door? Don't we understand how armed robbers operate in the country? Anyways, it says, more worrisome is the fact that some faceless commentators are pitching their tents with an alleged criminal who unleashed terror on the officers of the EFCC in their line of duty. There is no justification whatsoever to rationalize a murderous act. The milk of human kindness demands that the grieving family, commission, and the nation should be spared the shenanigans of false narratives and conjectures on the death of a slain officer. They've gone 3 paragraphs in, they are not even explaining what we need to hear. They are just gaslighting. Anyway, it says,
It's just continue.
Salisu, alongside other investigators of the EFCC, were at Dr. J.O. Ukutinife Close, Ifite, Oka, Anambra State, to arrest some suspected internet fraudsters in the early hours of January 17. The operation was duly documented at the Anambra State Command Headquarters and Area Command of the Nigerian Police in line with operational protocols. Now, we cannot even confirm if this is true or not, because a logging system that should have happened, and we can go and say, okay, there's a timestamp that this thing was logged. All those things don't... Do you understand? All those things don't exist. What you will see is paper and file that can be created today and backdated. However, Ikochukwu, so the operation was initially smooth sailing with 37 suspected internet fraudsters already arrested at a two-story building housing Ikechukwu and other occupants of the house. However, Ikechukwu, who cited investigators through a CCTV camera mounted at his doorpost and who also confessed citing them, declined to open the door for the investigators, who politely demanded entrance to his apartment. Defying all introduction and physical sighting of the investigators, he resorted to firing shots at them and killed Salisu in the process and wounded another officer detailed to conduct a search in his apartment. And then it goes on and on and on and on. We've seen videos, we've seen footage of EFCC raiding houses. Bro, I saw a footage
Yeah.
where they physically abused the young lady. Did you ever
Yeah,
see that
slapper.
one?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was in a
yeah.
hotel. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
They
go to
beat the hell out of this young lady.
yeah. Yes.
Hi.
Yeah. And if you as a public institution, a security agency for that matter, you come out with a position and 99.9% of the country do not believe you. I think it's a call for self-reflection, to be very
It's an
honest.
indictment on you.
It's an indictment on
guys.
you. So, but and my problem with this statement was that a lot of people were in support of the EFCC. Do you get even coming up against the mob? I would say on Twitter or online. Do you get, because the public sentiment was widely biased towards EFCC when the story broke, for good reasons anyway, because of like historical what has happened in the past, right? But a lot of people still stood up for you and backed you and said, this is a security agency, they have the right, they supported you. Then you now go to release this ridiculous statement. It's an insult to the officer, it's an insult to the people who supported you, who stood by you. You get, because this shows that you're not even truthful to yourself, saying that you politely demanded entrance. Nigerian security agency in Nigeria. It's a lie. That's all. Instead of just being honest and just let's get to the crux of the issue. Do you get? Because I think they might even have a case. I don't know against this guy. Although what they even said, they said the guy was into coding and he was
I'm looking for
what
that
does that
statement.
mean?
I think they deleted that one.
No, he's here. He has to be here. He has to be here. They said preliminary investigations showed that Ikeja was involved in coding and online medical supplies of doubtful legitimacy. What does this mean?
What's that?
And this is the major problem we have, and this is the disconnection we have with law enforcement and a certain generation with another generation.
Yep.
It's a big disconnection, because look at what this statement was written by the head of media and publicity, Dele Oyewale, and for someone to say investigation showed that Ikeja was involved in coding and online medical supplies of doubtful legitimacy. Let's leave online medical supplies for a minute and says, okay, was involved in coding of doubtful legitimacy. What does that mean? What does coding mean? Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't understand.
What does coding mean? You are writing, coding means, okay, you're writing in a certain code language. Say the guy was writing in Python, but he was writing in Python of doubtful legitimacy. What does that mean? I'm trying to understand. What does it even mean?
Nah, this is
online medical supplies of doubtful legitimacy. Do you understand? Do you see why people can't take you people seriously?
They can't.
See, the
it's annoying, to be honest.
The EFCC is the new SARS.
Yeah, they are.
You just have people who are not funded properly, who have figured out we can't
how to make money.
We can't bust the top guys because they are all, backed up
connected.
And connected. So we will go a few layers down and then start to bust, and just make money from it. Because I don't understand this. I don't get it.
There's so many stories. You see innocent people just being, even to as far as being paraded.
Bro, I'm seeing one here that Sahara reporters reported. EFCC superiors beat cadet to death in Sokoto for refusing to sign off on incomplete exhibit handed over to him.
Okay.
Look, the people they just parade you. And they say, okay, hold it. And then you find out later that you've not been convicted. There's nothing that has happened. So it's a sad story because someone has lost their lives.
Yes.
But I'm hoping that when they say, oh, let's go for raid at 3 a.m., people will be like, you know what? Let's just go at 8 o'clock and knock on the gates.
Do you get?
Let's have a warrant.
Let common sense prevail.
Let's have a warrant before we bust into... Bro, they've broken down... I was watching one. They broke down this guy's door. And once they get in, they start assaulting
what happened to
you.
Skills. Yes. Look what happened to Skills.
I can't remember the Skills one.
Bro, they raided Skills' house now. Skills' home now.
EFCC.
Now.
With his baby there. Started brandishing
his baby. They didn't know that he understands Hausa. One was saying in Hausa that they told them that he's a musician, but they don't care. These guys go
God
for
damn it.
extortion raids. Yes, now they go to extort people, and you people are just saying, "Come on now."
You see, the people that
But
say
instead
stuff
of
like this
treating the main issue, you bring a statement like this.
you see, the problem we have in Nigeria is so politicized that people who support the current government, no matter what happens during the government, right? If it's evil, because they've sworn their lives to that political party,
Yes.
they
Yes.
can't backtrack. No, sorry, they feel like critiquing any aspect of that government is backtracking from their
Yeah.
sworn
Yes.
Allegiance.
allegiance to
Yeah.
that political party. That's the problem.
Yes.
They move like wherever the government faces. So you see people now critiquing Obasa already, the APC guys.
Yes. Of
Just
course,
yesterday
instantly
they
they've
were
changed
pro.
position
Yes.
instantly.
Just
Yeah.
yesterday they were
Yeah.
pro Obasa, all of them.
Yes.
But now our political party has gone against him. They don't even want to know if Obasa is right or wrong. They've gone against
Yeah.
Obasa. The
Yeah.
most interesting one we witnessed have to be in what was it not 2022, 2023 when Tinubu and Buhari had their tiff. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, these pro Buhari guys, by virtue of or by passage of Tinubu, backtracked from
Yep.
Buhari immediately and started critiquing the guy. And I was
Instantly.
like, I thought you guys were pro Buhari. What happened? You're like, no,
No.
look at this thing they're doing. First of all, when they started the naira, the currency change, they all backed it. Then when they figured out that they were trying
This is where it
to,
was going.
when they figured out that this whole naira thing is because they're trying to slow down someone's progress, they backtracked immediately. And you are just living a useless life as a person. It's just a useless life you're living. I don't see how I can support anything like this. Why are
Wow.
you going for raid? You are not. Do you understand? You are not the DSS. You've not identified this person as a
When the person is not a violent
terrorist or
criminal.
someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
This
is
is
like the
economic crime for crying out loud.
go the boss person for not even a high profile target or anything. No. 3 a.m. in the morning. Where does this person want to flee to?
I remember an EFCC guy. This was like long time ago. I was still in uni, searching my phone, and he saw a message between me and my friend on Yawa don gas. So the guy said, "Which Yawa gas?" Make I tell him.
That's how they start.
I looked at the guy. I looked at him. At last, I said that my babe will carry belly 1 year, and I be the Yawa. He said, "You don't dey fuck." That's what
You
an
understand?
EFCC guy. Like it's stupidity.
I'm telling
Okay,
you.
like he's so stupid. Like, and I said that just to make mockery of him. But the idiot didn't even notice that I was just trolling him. He just started asking me another question. I said, "You yourself done the fuck." He looked at me with disgust. The thing now.
Yes.
He says he continued search the phone. He just gave it to me. Which department you did? I told him. Which level? I told him. So just be careful, Sha. Just like gave me my phone and told me to start going. I'm like, what the fuck? like
See, older
Come
people,
on.
if you are listening to this, be kind to younger people. Be kind to younger people. Don't feel like you have this authority over young people for some crazy reason. Try to see everybody as human beings first. I remember driving in Lagos, right? A couple of times. I remember one elderly guy, he was driving, like he came into my lane, he did some nonsense, whatever, right? So the guy wound down and was trying to talk me down. Young man, yeah, I just looked as he was trying to, I just shut the fuck up. Just shut up. The guy looked at me with so much shock in his face, like, how can a young man speak to me like this? Like, shut up. Just shut up. Mind your glass up.
I think what's happening with Nigeria Security Agency is not something out of psychological framework, right? There's something called a fraud triangle. The fraud triangle is a concept that is used to explain the factors that may exist, right, for fraud to happen. So one is the pressure. Like you feel a certain type of pressure. You have financial difficulties, you have personal issues, right? That leads you to commit pressure, like to commit
Crime.
fraud or crime. There's also the opportunity.
Yeah.
So if there's pressure and there's no opportunity, you can't commit crime. Do you understand? So after the opportunity, there's something called the rationalization. Rationalization is like, Yeah,
I
it
need
no
to
matter
get this
now.
done. If I
I
get
need
it
to get
done,
this done.
yeah.
Something like that. So what happens here is that, and what do people like? For example, like if you are teaching like maybe like companies, firms, how do you prevent like financial institutions? How do you make sure you prevent this triangle from coming into place, right? For the pressure, you incentivize, you pay people well so that they don't feel any sort of financial difficulty
Yeah.
to commit fraud. Look at our security agencies. How much do they have? How much do they get paid?
How much do they earn? Yeah.
So the triangle
It's
exists
complete.
within is complete.
In fact, this
they're
one
not
will be
incent-
triangle again. You don't enter quadrangle. You don't pass
Just look at
triangle. You
it. They're
don't
not
pass. You
incentivized.
don't.
They're not
My
incentivized
brother,
well.
this is a full pentagon.
It's a pentagon.
You don't
They're not
pass square.
incentivized. Then
Yeah.
the opportunity is there because
It
one,
choke.
they
It choke.
They have power. They have guns. They have everything.
Their guys don't. Their guy they encourage them. Everybody
Thank
they
you.
encourage them.
Thank you.
Then the rationalization. My brother.
The Phoebe Yahoo boys. These boys get money.
These boys
They
get money. You
hammer.
don't see.
They get money.
No see
You
as
don't
they the
understand.
ball. See
You
banks.
just as the ball.
Where they get the money
Policeman don't
from?
stop there. Where my friend Ejiro one time for Benin Warri Road. He just stopped. He said the reason he stopped us was from far. He saw us laughing. He said we dey inside sun just the suffer.
Nah.
I
Shout out
looked
to
at the guy. I looked at the guy. I said, wow.
At least he was honest.
At least he was
At least.
honest. You get like, so these things exist. They don't pay these people well at all. And how can you give people who are not incentivized well at all? How can you give them that much power? Obviously, they're going to
give them guns.
Yes, now you see boys driving Benz. That's the only thing that bro, especially in Delta State. Just imagine me now, in Delta State, in Asaba. I don't go to work every day, right? I don't go to work. I don't go to work at all. I work at home. I don't leave my house, and I'm comfortable. I'm driving a nice car. I'm a Yahoo boy now.
Straight.
There's nothing I'm going to tell anybody. There's nothing you're telling anybody.
You are Yahoo boy. You're a criminal.
Because they don't even understand the concept of tech, working remotely, investment.
It's too much. It's too far.
It's too far. Nah, there's no way you're going to convince people that I'm not a Yahoo boy.
My brother, your neighbor is reporting you.
Easily.
Your neighbor is reporting you.
But there's so many issues with it. Did you get? There's so many, and this is 2025. People make money without leaving their house. Get that into your head.
People just sit down and do crypto trades
instead of it. Yes.
People do sports betting.
Bro, betting. People, bro, like you guys don't understand Nigeria. You guys don't know Nigeria boys. I'm not saying people don't commit fraud, though, but there are people who are home making money. That are making money. Just cool down and go and learn.
Influencers, these influencers you see.
Thank you. These influencers you are seeing, they don't exactly. Just imagine someone like where me now in Asaba. He just go to a restaurant and eats and goes home.
Yes, it's straight. Yes, it's no one hear story. You don't hear story.
Oh my god.
He just go to the restaurant and go chop every day.
By the way, you should free your King. I see so many people.
It's envy. It's envy.
You know the ones I see. Yeah. There are some people who just legit. They don't even comment on the videos. It's not like they saw a video then comment. Some people just go, especially on Twitter, and just type his name and just spew hate. It can't be that bad, guys.
It's envy.
It can't be that bad.
When you see someone doing something and having fun and making money and just being himself, and he's envy. To be very honest, at this point it is, because what's in do yourself.
Remember that video of a chef? That one came out and said, "These are the reasons why you should never listen to a poem from." I'm like, you are a chef doing your own thing. You stopped your work. You switched on your phone.
You pin up.
No, this is crazy, guys. Now at this point, like, it's crazy. And there's something
my point is,
right?
in 2025, what gives you the right? Yeah.
And he said something when he does reviews of other, because he has different content types.
Content formats, yeah.
Right, and it's just one of the content types that goes viral, and then people critique him and criticize him over that. Yeah. What gives you the authority to just switch on your phone and just say, this guy? No, come on, not free man. Please free up me, Famaki. It's just a young man figuring life out. Just trying to. Do you understand? It's just a young man figuring things out, and all of a sudden, what he's creating, because what he's creating is a genre in that space. It's sort of like a new genre in that space, especially in Nigeria, right? Yeah. And then you guys want to shut it down just because you feel like you want. Let me
It's
tell you
hate,
something.
yeah.
News flash, guys. There's no more gatekeeping.
No, of course not.
At least not on this level.
They don't,
Yeah.
who did they tell down? The source don't know down by now. No.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's like how Elliot Wilson, and I know we're veering off the EFCC thing, but let's just quickly. It's how Elliot Wilson is mad at Cameron or like ex.
Bro, I don't understand
sportsmen.
what Elliot is on these days. Oh, I don't get
Bro.
this.
He's
Coming on to
hates.
say
It hates.
say Cameron is running out here like he's Stephen A. What does that even mean?
Have you noticed that? Have you noticed B Dot doesn't follow him to say all these things?
No, Bido does not do that
No,
with
no,
him.
Because B Dot
Bido
gets
does
your own
not
online
do
show
that.
now, so
Yeah, Bido does not do that with him.
I don't understand how you feel you are the chief architect of something.
Yes,
You are not.
hip hop journalism. That those people are not journalists. That they don't know how to do interviews. I'm like, what are you saying?
And the problem that Elliot does not understand that if he does if he goes back memory lane a couple of 100 years or so ago, he will figure out that even this journalism wasn't
considered journalism,
and it was somewhat of a break from something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
It was also something
it was a
that wasn't
rebel
popular.
movement. It was a rebel
It was
movement.
radical.
Yeah,
it was radical.
Yes.
It was radical,
Yes.
and it was a
I
change
agree.
that you now absorb and you think is the way. No,
And people are rebelling against the other movements, and you are angry about
and that
it.
is
No.
that is how life is. Things
Elliot-
will continue
That's
to
like-
evolve
Elliot
and
is not-
change,
change.
and you
Elliot is
don't
not
have.
doing well.
You don't have the monopoly over it.
Yep.
You don't. And then you and your feelings, and come on, man. So it's the same thing with this operative. Please, nobody has a model. If the guy wants to be rating how people hold champagne flutes, please, it's his job. It's his that's where we are in 2025. You
I
can't
don't
control
understand.
it.
It's his platform. How is it your
You can't
business?
control it. And if you want to make it your business, critiquing people that make it their business to critique other people, it's okay.
Okay, it's
okay.
fine
I
too.
myself, I
It's
know if you
fine.
complain
It's
for you.
fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Exactly.
Make
Continue.
they do 'em. Make everybody they do 'em. It's okay. Anyways, so
Let's go back to the FCC thing. I think there's a lot of understanding that people don't have. Saying someone is coding. Coding.
it's the tone
why?
deaf.
Because of the coding.
That's
They
the
hear
problem I have. The illiteracy of older people not understanding what a younger generation, and this coding thing was saying it's not even a younger generation. People in their 50s are coding. Like everybody codes now.
Everybody codes now. Yeah.
Do you understand? But all of a sudden, you say coding of and medical supplies of. You can't even articulate if the guy is committing a crime or not.
A crime. What is he coding? Is it
For you
is
to
it
go and bust the
programming?
guy's house, you would have known that he was
Like,
committing crime. Okay, this is
They
the alleged
didn't
crime.
know anything. They raided. Let me tell you what happened. They raided a compound. As you are raiding a compound, you are knocking at every doors randomly. That's it. It's just like when they raid hotels where people lodge. They're not saying, "Oh, this room not be Yahoo boy there."
They will raid everything.
Now. They
Then
raid
you don't have to
everybody
prove
now.
it to yourself
Like that
that-
guy that they slapped in that room. You think they
Yes.
had any intelligence before they went to that room? Nothing. It's just random. It's just random. Let's take them to the office and extort them and stuff like that,
You just
You
go
get
to a
it.
hotel and raid the hotel.
bro. Nigerian security. My final year now. We're reading for. Oh fuck! We're reading for a biochemistry, like a course like that, like a very difficult carbohydrates or something. We're reading in my friend's house, Ejiro. This is around 12 a.m. and we started hearing like loud noises, bangs on the gate. Like first of all, we thought it was armed robbers.
Of
And
course,
me,
that's the
because I
first thing
stayed
you
in,
think.
I stayed in school all through like my stay in school, right? I stayed inside school. I already started telling them that I don't know why I come here. I don't know why I even come now. Like I hate off campus. I hate to spend my nights off campus. So, only to discover it was police. They were just dragging everybody. Just open the door, drag everybody inside. Open the door. Me, I told my friends, let's not go out. They say, no, it's police. I said, okay. Because if I stayed inside, they wouldn't have. They didn't break any door. They just said everybody should come out. Everybody that came out, and everybody came out because everybody they fear. And you see, because it's police, you want to give them that authority. You want to give them that
Yes,
trust.
we're students.
If police say
yeah,
we should
yeah.
come out, I'm not committing any crime. I should be able to come out.
Yes, now.
So we all came out. As I was coming out, they were putting inside buses. You see, what annoyed me? Like boyfriend and girlfriend. Maybe a girl comes to your house to stay together. As the boy come out, the girl go come out. They say, see him. They fuck. They'll be fondling the girl's breast. See them. See people in the and go school. They packed everybody inside bus. We didn't know, up to this point, we didn't know what happened though. Do you get? We didn't know what happened. Then that's how, in short, the bus was so heavy that the bus could not move. They had to call the station to bring another
Another
boss.
boss.
They were so happy that day. They packed all of us to the station. I slept in cell that day. But you know what happened? The next day, they brought us out. One woman was telling us that they were pursuing an Anambra, and the person scaled the fence and ran into the compound.
Damn.
I'm like, oh, that's why you arrested everybody. They say yes. Obviously, that's a
police
lie.
intelligence.
That's a lie.
They needed money.
They needed money. Everybody bailed themselves out that day.
Yeah,
like
they
in
needed
short,
money.
You know, me, it wasn't a big deal to me because I understand how police works. Then for context, the two of my friends, Ejiro is listening to this podcast. Like Ejiro is a church boy, Michael is a church, like they're fellowship pastors. Like they don't understand what's happening on the street. So Michael was even crying himself that him being here is an indictment on him, on his character. That what will people in his fellowship say when they hear that he's in jail? I looked at him and said, bro, that if you tell your fellowship people that don't take care, they'll go carry them tomorrow morning.
Your whole fellowship. Why you people?
So that was what he was bothered. Like all through the night, he was really bothered, and all of us were explaining to him. Even the criminals in the jail were saying a normal level. Like sorry to call them criminals. People we met there say, "Oh man, like normal level." Me, I was just laughing because I knew, I called my girlfriend, like now my wife. I called her. Chike. No, I didn't call her. Chike, like one of my very close friend. All of us grew up in Agbom. Yeah. He went to my girlfriend's house. Because Chike na normal, but Chike no get money to go bail in friend for. He just go tell my girlfriend say, "Oh, Steve,
I'll carry your guy."
This I think she brought some money. Chike contributed money, and they came. I think it was 15K or 10K. I can't remember. And that's how I did. From there, we didn't take our bath. We went straight to the exam hall.
Damn.
Do you understand what happened? Like they don't care. We showed them our timetable. The guy just started laughing.
There's an exam.
No. Okay, so the following morning, let me tell you, the following morning, when we're trying to like perfect our bill, we're telling them that we have exam by 10 a.m. If we don't, this is our final year. If we don't write the exam, we're going to. It's an extension. You know what the policeman told us? Oh, I'll come back next year. Come write them now. Let's concern us. Do you get like this is how? So this is the kind of people you want me to have faith over. Like you want me to have faith in the organization or have. Me, I wasn't bothered that day. I knew it was just money. It was a money play. I wasn't bothered. I was just bothered about the exam that I was writing. I was also bothered about my friends who were really, really disturbed about the whole thing. It's a new thing for them. They didn't understand it. I understand what was happening. It was a money play. Nobody jumped fence into the compound. Nothing happened. They were just looking for money. They just came. Yeah, they just needed it. And me also, I was kind of blaming myself because what happened was that Chike was with a girl. Right in the house in school, so I didn't want to disturb him with my friends. All of us reading throughout the night for the exam. I was like, you know what? Let's go to Ijiro's house, which was like beside the school. So we went there, and so I was kind of even regretting the whole sequence. Like, why did I even leave my house to go spend my nights? Like, it's just I remember a statement one guy made there. One guy in Ijiro's hostel made there. It was like, man, if I can just hold a bomb right now, immediately I leave the station, I'll just put a bomb here and everybody just die. Like, but that feeling was
That's
legit.
That's how much
hate he will have for them. Yes.
Yeah.
So you can. So when I saw people on Twitter just going off on, this one, I'm like, bro, you people are it's just hypocrisy. You're not being honest with yourselves. Like the security agency in Nigeria, they have the most despicable people on earth that you can ever think.
They actually do.
Bro, they are so wicked. So we'll have to be very, very honest ourselves and tell ourselves the truth. Not be to the form Nami Holy Pass.
Did I ever tell you of the time I rapped for policemen? I didn't tell you. So
you told me before.
I told you before. Right? We're coming from the studio. We had like a very nice session, fire session. I was rapping at the time, maybe like 2007 or so. Yeah. So it was me. It was what's his name now? I've forgotten his name. He went on to become Sam Clef's manager, but then he relocated him. So a couple of like 2 or 3 of us, right? So boom, we finished at the studio. In Ilorin, once it's like 10, you don't see like cabs. The whole city shuts down. You can't see a cab. Or like 11, 12, nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing. If you see a bike, you're lucky. Anyways, so we have to walk back home, basically. And this was like maybe another 6 kilometers. So, we started trekking because nobody was going to sleep at the studio. So we're walking, dodging where we need to dodge, taking the off tracks so we don't, not staying on the main road. But there was this place we have to pass. You get to a certain place, there's no how, you have to pass that place. There's no other route you can
Yeah.
take. And we knew the policemen were there, so comported ourselves, everything. When we got there, where they come from? All of them. We're like maybe 4 or 3. With the producer or something. Like, well, we're students of, so school. This is our ID card. We're coming from the studio. We're artists. Now, don't go steal all of them. Now, don't. I see am for una face. So, yeah, everybody for that side, make a check on our bag. Oga, come. All this one, they fit be Curtis like that, too. Oh, yeah, come check. So, they started checking our bags and everything. What did they see? Books. Which book be this? Waiting be this? Waiting on arrive for here. They say, this is my lyrics, sir. The lyrics were waiting. I'm a rapper. Yeah, read down. Make a yeah. So
Before
I
you call the
started
boss.
rapping. I got a boss the 16. You understand? I got boss the 16. The guy come looking guy say, this guy is Sabi rap. Oh. This guy is Sabi rap. What's your name, Osagie? Osagie, now from my area now. This one. He's Sabi rap. I like him. We rap another one.
Police industry night.
You understand? That's how we rapped another one, My other guy was giving me beats. We just rapped it. Guy and I said, I like this guy. So yeah, drop something. Maybe me say
Because he dropped something after you don't rap.
I go drop something.
Understand?
Now inside code. Now we inside code with day. You understand? As we day with the project, make sure everybody say people like you say from at least do something. You understand? Oh yeah. They say as we shall drop something. Waiting if we drop something. That's how we waka go out. So
You think after delivering your talent, showcasing your talent and spending energy, they'll say go. You still pay.
you pay.
You pay,
You
man.
pay. You must pay money. And I've had so many encounters with police. I've said some on the podcast.
no, so
here.
many,
Encounters with the police.
So
some
many.
nice, some not favorable.
Yeah.
Just here and there, and you're just like, it's just messed up.
Yeah.
There's
I
so
know how
much
to throw
distrust
them at every given time. At every of my interaction with police from day one, I always throw them. Always. Like the one that conked gun at me when he was trying to stop me one time, close to my house in Isolo. I just gently came down from the car. I went to him and said, how many armed robbers you don't catch this year? The guy said, what? I said, how many you just see innocent boy like me, they drive with the con gun. You don't catch armed robber this year. Oh, man, the guy fled off.
going to be in his feelings.
He said this, but I knew because he was a cut police station. I knew that if he called anyone, they would know me.
Yeah.
Like if he called anyone, so I think he called guys from the station. One other guy came, one tall guy came. I used to buy beer for one time. He just called. I said, I'm my guy now. All of us they play well now. Say, take careful. What's your name? I took his number that day too. Take careful. But I always know how to throw them because they don't take themselves serious. So why should I take you serious? That's like how I think about Nigerian police. You don't.
I remember one that was a good roundabout. The guy now started trolling me that I was lying that I didn't have a driver's license. I told him I have a driver's license. I forgot it. Like I took the other car. Do you understand?
Yeah, it was the other car.
And my wallet. I think I dropped my wallet somewhere where the original is. So I always have like a laminated photocopy in. So I don't know. It was in the other car. I forgot to put it in the car. The guy nice to say, I say, they lie. Say he gets. They were not laughing at me. It's just they go. I went home. I took the ID card. I was like,
you came back
again. I said, I'm coming. Just give me 2 minutes. I drove back. I showed him. I said, this is the card. Don't disturb me again. Do you understand? And from that day, as I'm going at night, because I used to get home very late, like 12, 11. Late. I would just drive by. I won't even say anything. Even if they tell me to stop, I'll just drive. I won't even stop.
You don't take yourself seriously, so why should I take myself? Why should I take you guys serious?
They don't. They don't. And Nigerians need to start realizing that these people we need to look at these ones now. Southeast students pay a condolence visit to EFCC, and if you see the students, these ones are father children that have father children.
Yeah.
Look at their old faces, and you say condolence visit. I'm looking at the picture of who they. Look at these old men, and they say they are students. Maybe they are PhD students. It's possible.
Maybe.
Yes, they are PhD students. I'm not even going to read their statements. Bunch of whatever. Anyway, moving on to people who take themselves seriously to the point where in less than 2 years, 3 or 4 key projects have been named after themselves. President FIJ is reporting, that's Foundation of Investigative Journalism, less than 2 years into his administration, Bola President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has commissioned some federal infrastructure named after him. 3 stand out. Tinubu became president on May 29, 2023. His administration will be 2 years old in the next 4 months. While naming public institutions after the president violates no law, some Nigerians believe the president paints his name unnecessarily on national projects. The most recent one is the President Tinubu is the new army barracks that has been named after himself. It has been named Bola Ahmed Tinubu Barracks. This is interesting. Wow. I haven't seen this happen in a very... I mean, I don't think I've even seen this happen.
I've never seen it happen, to be very honest.
Yeah. I haven't seen this happen in a long time. Like, or even ever. As the sitting president, then people start naming projects after the president. Not after he has left or he has passed away. The guy is still in office in less than 2 years. And then they're naming projects.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think Bat is a man who deeply understands the power of like perception,
bro,
and the importance of shaping how people remember you. To be very honest.
Media 101 is this guy.
Yeah, he owns 2 influential media houses in Nigeria. He's fully aware of the leverage and the opportunity that it gives him. Investing in 2 big media houses. In fact, they made another huge investment recently too. Right? Like he understands.
They moved to Eco Atlantic, I believe.
Eco Atlantic.
TVC.
So this
interesting. Who owns Eco Atlantic again? Interesting.
So this is sort of like a calculated, I would say, strategy, right? That's
when it comes to branding.
That's
From that Lagos thing, you know, every administration comes with their own theme and all of that. You know, I think he's been able to do it.
I think people underestimate how much of a genius the guy is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they look at him and like, obviously, this guy doesn't look like he has, but people have underestimated him all his whole life. And look, that's where he is right now. So them naming things after him is just increasing his persona as, you know,
profile
as one of the elite politicians in the history of this country.
But this is crazy, doing this while you're still in power. Like
it's like Osagie said, typically it's like maybe the next president or someone who does something, maybe a governor names a project like or something. Not yourself. Like what were we like? This is unprecedented to be heard.
He's breaking the rules.
Bro, the only thing that can remind me of someone that has done this is that movie that funny guy did where he was a military ruler and he used to do that funny thing, say cut his head off. Remember that movie? Ayo. And the guy that would do like what's the name of that guy?
The dictator.
That's what I can remember. So the Nigerian Immigration Service headquarters officially commissioned the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Technology Innovation Complex. Do you understand? A sitting president.
Why are you waiting for him?
Wow. And then there's the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Polytechnic.
In Abuja too, yeah.
With Federal Ministry of Education approval of the establishment of a new polytechnic in Federal Capital Territory named the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Polytechnic.
You see the problem with Nigeria now is that
what the hell is going on?
Our higher institutions are begging for funding and we are adding more problems to the issue. No, you guys wait for the Bola Ahmed Stadium and Bola Ahmed Airport. Those are the next ones that are coming out.
Wow.
You know, this is the same thing in line with influencing maybe the MBS or something, or maybe favoring. Like it's just after like the perception or like things that will show, like that will paint him in favorable light. Like this is just who he is, man. You know. So shout out to him. There's nothing strange here that he's doing. You know, this is him.
It's just calculated, right?
Yeah.
At this point, I think he wants to match up to the level of the founding fathers, because this is the only reason why he will be doing this.
Wow. Anyways, let's leave Nigeria's problem a bit and enter more Nigerian problem. Pop culture. Let's talk about this. We've heard some disturbing stories from let me tell you, Nigerian fintech will always
The gift
live
that
up.
keeps on giving.
For every innovation, for everybody that raises money, there's always a founder who talked too much on social media and has run the company into the ground, or somebody who is harassing somebody. There's something. Nigerian fintech is the gift that keeps giving. What's happening now? A fintech CEO paid his staff with unsuspected fraudulent funds. Hey, Chineke
La
me.
cuculala. La cuculala.
How a Nigerian fintech Marasoft paid salaries with suspected fraudulent funds, triggering account freezes and employee anguish. Steve, do you want to give us a summary of what's going on?
What happened was that there's been a delay in salaries, like 2 months or so, from August, September, right? And the employees were getting worried. So this guy has a wallet with Flutterwave. Flutterwave helps him collect payments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has a wallet on Flutterwave. So what happened was that he discovered a glitch where he could withdraw money from his Flutterwave wallets, from his wallet on Flutterwave, money that he didn't have. So on October 16th, that glitch allowed him access to more funds than he had in his wallet, enabling him to withdraw over 84 million naira. Right? In 102 withdrawals from his account within 12 hours. Right? So between October 16 and 17, he paid 35 million naira in overdue salaries directly from the Flutterwave wallets. They said in a WhatsApp chat with employees seen by Tekaba, the guy admitted to using his company account to pay salaries after employees noticed that the payment did not come from the human resources accounts. Do you get? And days after, when Flutterwave discovered the glitch and they started tracing the money, normal level, maybe they will get a court order to start freezing
the
all
accounts
the
immediately. Where the
in
money
the trace.
Where the
And
money
they
was.
started freezing all the accounts, not just the employees' account, even the people that they sent money to. So you're a young man in Lagos, earning salary, and maybe you are sending money to your dad or your parents to eat or to your siblings.
Or you're even using the account as savings.
As savings. So imagine them freezing your account and the accounts of everybody that you sent money to. It's quite disturbing.
No, that's crazy. So that's mad because
the money trail.
The money trail
account
now,
that money,
freezing.
even the employee received or sent money to also gets freezed.
Yes, bro, because the money, the funds they are going after, and they have to freeze that place.
God damn it! God damn it!
I don't like this strategy because it happened to me. I don't know if something I can share because it's
so
something
if Steve they owe me money now and Steve was working for the Marathon
Thank you.
They will freeze my account.
Or I bought something from you.
Oh, you bought something from me, exactly. Or I provided a service or goods to you. And they will then block my account.
Yep. That's where I was going to. Because I sold something for somebody where they froze my account. Do you get?
That's crazy.
I had to start providing documents, blah blah blah. It took about 7 months.
Who are you providing documents to? Your bank or the CBN?
No bank. Then via bank will now be his bank now. His bank. To be honest.
What kind of documents did you have to provide?
What I sold to the person, the receipt, the transactions, the chats, chat history.
Crazy.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Quick one. I want to know something. If the guy had a subscription with a Nigerian institution, I don't know. Let's say if he bought power, would they freeze the?
It's not a Nigerian account. Is it a Nigerian account that you're sending to?
No, if you
buy units,
power, how you buy units now. If you buy units, it's not a Nigerian account that go. They process through one of the Paystack or Flutterwave. Would they freeze the account?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
You understand? Because freezing is freezing, right?
Yeah.
They should freeze the account now.
I don't even the court order that. I don't know. It shouldn't work like that. Where
we only know why it's working. We know why it's working.
We know why he's
because man, no man. Man, no man.
Man, no man. It's abuse of power in Nigeria.
Yeah,
for example,
for
that my case, when the person was trying
to fight this is the same thing as going to boss someone's house and packing everybody.
Thank you. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. For example, when I remember a time where some of my friends had issues on crypto. There's one time someone defrauded Flutterwave too and used it to buy a lot of cryptocurrencies and bought from like Nigerian traders. And they traced it and they blocked people's accounts and blah blah. And those guys, the crypto guys on Binance, at Babi on Remitano, came together and they hired a lawyer and started following the process. They discovered that the court order was like a high court in one village in Nasarawa. That you needed to, like, so they will those are things they do to frustrate,
will frustrate you.
Exactly. Yeah. So they had to pay a lawyer who went from Abuja to Nasarawa. They got there, they said the court won't be open till next week, something. The guy has to be traveling. Like, they really do things to like really frustrate your efforts. These are the things they do. It's just like Nigerian issues, like, bro, people just abusing power. Because how can I send money to like a 5K or 10K to somebody and you're freezing the person's account? They're just abusing power, to be very honest. There should be a process of how to recover accounts without doing all these things, but it is what it is, though.
So Tech About says the CEO, Marakoyogu, initiated 102 withdrawals from his Marasoft account within 12 hours. That's about 8-point-something withdrawals per hour for 12 hours. This guy's a thief.
Yeah.
He just did. You understand? He just did withdraw. That's like 2 withdrawals every 15 minutes. Bah, bah, bah. And then you drew $54,000. Yeah. Each linked to his phone number and his BVN.
Yeah.
So have they been able to recover the money?
So I think he had an arrangement to Flutterwave where he was going to pay. I think they gave him till 4 months, maybe 5 months to pay. So, yeah. So I think we've not gotten an update on that, right?
See what it says here. It says the fallout from the incident has been painful. One employee whose account was blocked was forced to borrow money from her father to refund her co-contributors in an Esusu after her funds were frozen.
Yep.
Do you understand? Like, oh my God. Well, that's what all you people that still do are Joan Esusu. I've told you people. You people will not listen. That's your own people's problem. But man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Again, it goes, I always say, you guys that run startups or you want to start something up, you are very good at running the product, but you really don't know how to run a business. Please get a co-CEO. Please get somebody who can actually run the business for you while you focus on, the products and your end consumers, whether it's, B2B or B2C. But running a business is entirely different, and you have to, if you don't have the necessary skills, then get a co-founder that can, or hire somebody who can get that part of the business done for you. All right, on to other things. A payroll company, Bento, has been accused of not remitting taxes for their clients. All right, Old School Africa CTO accuses Bento Africa of payee tax mismanagement. A storm is brewing. Yes. A storm is brewing in Nigeria's tech ecosystem as Sultan Akintunde, the CTO of Old School Africa, has accused Bento Africa, a prominent payroll management company, of failing to remit full pay-as-you-earn payee taxes to the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS. The allegations made via a tweet claim that Bento collected millions from startups using its platform but remitted as little as 100 naira monthly to the FIRS while falsifying transaction records. So the allegations, Akintunde says, we've stopped using them, but for the period we were using them, they were remitting only 100 naira and faking transaction payments to FIRS. That is crazy, guys. I'm sorry. This is crazy.
Wait till we go see.
This is crazy. This is wild. This is crazy on all levels. I'm sorry. What? Remitting 100 naira? Nah, this is crazy. I don't, bro. This is fraud.
It's crazy, Sha.
Where's the EFCC?
They are jumping a fence.
They're busy jumping. Do you understand? Like, do you understand what I mean? Where's the EFCC? What?
Crazy, right?
I don't know what to say.
I'm thinking. My only consolation, my only explanation is they were still going to pay it anyway. To be honest.
So my
Yeah.
working theory is they've taken this money to trade. They will most likely return it and still end up paying the payee. But hey man, we have a couple of hundreds of millions. Why give the government now if they're not FIRS now if they're not really stressing us? Why we can just quickly use this money to trade? If we flip it, we can get a couple of millions here and there and still get things happy. We can take it to the crypto markets. You understand? Look, I keep crypto on the rise. We can go in at a very nice position, exit at a nice position as well. Maybe when Trump comes into power, it spikes up again. We can exit. Let's just buy some quick XRP here and there. Or we can, just put it in a nice fixed sum for 6 months or 1 year, get some cool 10 or 15%, buy a Euro bond. You understand? Like, come on, guys. Look at the opportunities on the table. You want to just let this money go? And that's the thing
We
about money, man. The thing about money is that there's always chance to make more money.
Always.
There's always
Always.
chance to make more money. And if we run
Yeah.
this startup thing here, is it this bunch of startup boys that don't have anything that want to question us? Man, I'm Bento, baby. I'm Ebu.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on. I put the money wherever I want to put it.
Facts.
You understand? Put it where I put the money wherever I want to put it.
Osagie.
Did you
See,
see
guys,
Omotola's?
that's how I'm thinking about this thing. I'm sorry.
Did you see Omotola's son's tweets about this particular issue?
No.
It was
Which Omotola?
it was affected. The one that sings now, Captain, the first boy.
Okay.
Omotola Jalade Ekende now.
He tweeted something about. Oh,
Yes,
is he a
he
fintech
said-
bro now?
I think so. He said, I can confirm this. My company, Work Pillars, is missing remittance for a few months, and Bento Africa have been stringing us along. The CEO is just as useless in taking responsibility for his company. If you see Bento or the guy's name, run. To make it worse, we're paying for health insurance for our full-time employees, and between Bento and he now put the name of the HMO, that employee's account was never set up, meaning our money was going down the drain. The employee fell sick and needed to use her insurance. Our account was never created, and we were paying them money for months for it.
Bro, this is fraud. I'm sorry. This is me, Osagie, talking. You understand? On behalf of me, right? I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. It's here. I'm seeing tweets. People say I worked with a company that used Bento for our payroll, and for 2 years, pension and taxes were only paid in for some months out of 24 months, and it is less than 12 months. Is it today? Let it be known now. Bento, where is our money?
That's a
Another
big
person
red
says,
flag.
I'm getting into a legal battle with Bento from next week. For 1 year, Bento delayed payments of deductibles from us and didn't remit to FCTIRS on time for payee. Now I have been fined roughly 1 million naira for late payment of payee. Another person says, for those wondering, the tweet below is 100% true. The last thing I want to do is to drag a Nigerian startup online, but Bento has forged payee remittance and pension remittance for over 2 years. We have a 50 million naira exposure on this.
It smells like a rat.
Guys,
Moves like
I'm
a rat.
sorry.
It's definitely a fucking rat.
This is advanced free fraud.
This is what we
Because
should
not
expect
only are you
EFCC.
taking people, I mean, this is where the EFCC should sit down and say, see, EFCC, borrow a leaf from the DSVA.
Yes, be responsible.
Or the DVSA, domestic and sexual violence, DSVA.
Yep.
Be proactive. This is what I suggest you are investigating.
Not
This is what
dropping
I
things.
suggest. Yeah, I've not seen anything. I've not looked at and see what the guy says. See what the Bento CEO Ebun Okumbajo, the CEO of Bento Africa, responded to the accusations in a direct LinkedIn message to Texoma Africa. While he vehemently denied the allegations and accused the media of chasing clout, he declined to provide evidence or an official statement to refute the claims. In his response, Okumbajo likened the accusations to a false and unverified rape accusation. He says, go with your version when asked to clarify his position. The guy thinks he's R. Kelly. Look at this guy. He thinks he's R. Kelly. Texoma Africa emphasized its commitment to balanced reporting, offering Bento the opportunity to provide a formal rebuttal or explanation. Despite this, the CEO has not shared any further evidence to address the accusations. Guys, see, this is fraud. This is clear fraud. daylight. This is not coding with illegal or illegitimate use of coding or whatever. I like to see something happen. But guess what, guys? Newsflash. It's the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Newsflash.
Nothing's going to happen.
If nothing. This is a jailable offense, but nothing. Yeah, let's check it out. Everybody would settle, everything was going to, we just move it because connections. If you don't know.
Who you know.
That's all. It's sad.
Man.
It's sad. I want to go for a break. The things it's been heavy. Can I go for a break, please?
Let's refresh the room.
Please, let's do it.
How did they talk about Twitter Spaces? Let me set the room.
Yeah, let's refresh. Let's go for a break.
Yo, my name is Dr. Alban, the MD microphone doctor. This song is dedicated to the people of Africa. Swimix, give me some drums. Yo, African people, unite. Come together for the sake of your future. Yo, African people, unite. Hello Africa, tell me how you doing. Hello motherland, tell me how you doing. Hello Africa, tell me how you doing. Hello motherland, tell me how you doing. Hello Africa, tell me how you doing. Hello motherland, tell me how you doing. Hello Africa, tell me how you doing. Hello motherland, tell me how you doing.
All right, man. Shout out to Dr. Alban, the only MC doctor, as he called himself. Shout out to Dr. Alban. Who remembers the video of that record?
Wow.
That video is amazing video, man. You guys could go check it out on YouTube. The name of the song is Hello Africa. One of my best Dr. Alban songs. I have a lot of great Dr. Alban songs, but this is like one of my best. That was like the first one I watched back then, like 92. Yeah,
92, 93. Yeah.
I think the song came out in 91. Hello Africa, tell me how you doing. Ah, man, sorry, jam. Yeah, okay. Since we're in music now, Mr. Chinwo and Eze Concept fallout over contract agreements.
If you ask me,
Oh my God.
now
Let me
who
take
I
off
will
my
ask?
glasses.
Nigerian music and contract disputes 5 and 6. It never ends. And it
Oh
will never
my
end.
God.
Never thought I would see it in gospel music. Why is it the first time I see it in gospel music?
Because I think
I would say that this something like this has existed in gospel music, but in
Standard.
another way. But you guys will never know because it's church, blah blah blah, stuff like that. For example, it's not a record label thing or something. For example, there's one time, what's her name? The Christ Embassy babe now.
Tinach.
Sometimes Sinach just told Pastor Chris that, you know what, I want to, because like she follows Pastor Chris everywhere. She was like singer, she was like his head of choir, and she also had like her career. And she was like, I think for me to expand and be bigger, I need to like leave the church and just become like a proper musician professionally and blah blah blah. And Pastor Chris said, okay, no wahala. Then she went and things didn't work out, and she had to come and beg. She had to come and apologize for leaving the way she left and blah blah blah. I think she has left again in that capacity, but with this time with Pastor Chris' blessings and support and whatever, and that's when the big song came. What's the name of that record again?
Waymaker.
Waymaker came like after that, so stuff like that has happened. It's not just with Sinach. And I'm not saying it's at this level. I'm just saying there's some little dispute that comes also with that structure.
Shout out to
of
Pastor
church
Chris.
Supporting.
Yeah.
Pastor Chris, The
shout out
one of
to-
the greatest, A&R.
Yeah.
One of the greatest record labels.
Yeah, shout out to Sinach. She's riding for Trump now.
Yeah, 100%. Like, oh no,
All of them are ready for
Nigerian
Trump.
Christendom is rising for Chon.
Nigerian Christendom is
Kumuyi
for Trump.
Kumuyi was there now. Kumuyi was there. Hunt was at his launch now. As was at his
I'll see. Let me tell you
inauguration.
something.
Cobams was there. So don't bother
Yeah.
yourself.
Kobe was there. Kobe.
I saw Cobams
Nathan
there.
Abasi was there. Nathan Abasi performed at the breakfast, stuff like that.
And you know why? You know I like Trump. You know what Trump used to sell Nigerian Christians? I'm ending LGBT. That is what's
yeah. So
they just
that one choked them.
He choked this. Yes, this is our man. This is our man.
Oh my goodness. That's something quite interesting. Anyways, okay, so that was that. You talked about Pastor Chris now. I was walking somewhere in Amsterdam and two young men approached me. I said, "Good evening, good afternoon, brother." From that statement, the way, they look Nigerian or Ghanaian, I'm not sure. I was a bit skeptical, Just clutch my phones tighter. No, I'm just joking. Anyways, he said, please, we'd like to share something with you today. I'm like, oh, what is it? And then he pulled something out of his bag, and it was a book, and it was written on it, Rhapsody of Realities.
Gang.
And I was like, in Amsterdam?
Yes, no, you can't run. You can run, but you can't hide.
You found me all the way here. Did I ever tell you guys when I attended Christ Embassy and they forced me to speak in tongues? Did I ever tell you of that?
No.
They were forcing us to speak in tongues.
How were they able to get into the position to even come to the church to start with? Like, that's just the number one shock.
Bro, just like most other people, now woman I follow.
Oh, normal.
I already knew that was
because I remember there's one time I started fellowship
now
in
woman
church.
I follow.
Now woman.
Now woman I follow.
Funny enough, in Unilag, the only two times I attended their cell, well, now woman be head of their cell too. I don't know why.
No, woman I follow.
The babe just said, no, you have to be part of us.
Yes, please come.
Please come.
Yeah.
Listen, they told me to stop coming to Sha. Like after I came to them, they told me to stop coming. That they can't like, seeing me there, they can't really like perform because they're like the fellowship leaders.
Yeah.
They can't perform in full capacity. That they feel somehow seeing me there. I was like, okay. I used to make a come before. I used to make a no come.
You're rejected in the house of the Lord.
Because I remember the second time I went. The offering envelope, I didn't use it, so I carried it home. And she came to my house one day and saw the envelope. I was like, what's that church envelope doing? I said, then give me that, but I don't give offerings.
It's like this one wants to finish us. Did I ever tell you how I almost reverse converted one of this? Who are the ones that knock on your door and come and preach on you on Sundays?
Jehovah Witness.
This lady made a mistake.
Is it possible? You can't reverse.
Bro.
Something, whatever.
Let me tell you something. I almost did it that day. I'm telling you, I almost reverse converted her when I told her the world is bigger than what you see. When I started. Anyways, so they gave me the Rhapsody Realities, and then they gave me a pamphlet to attend their church service. Well, look at me. I'm recording the podcast, so I can't attend their church service. Look at.
Shout out to Doc Neto. When I was inviting Doc to the pod. See, what time do you guys record? I told you. I don't go to church.
Doc is a Catholic, have you?
It gives me. We've talked about it before. That's what you said too. That it gives you Catholic vibe.
Yeah, it gives me Catholic vibes. Please ask him. Yeah, Doc. We're just a bunch of sinners podding. That's where we are. Anyways, back to Mercy Chinwo. So, Nigerian gospel singer Mercy Chinwo has issued a statement addressing her ongoing lawsuit against her former label boss and music producer Ezekiel, thank God, popularly known
that's
as...
the South. There's no name as South. That's more South than this.
Ezekiel, thank God. Thank God is one name. Yeah, do good. Yeah. Ezekiel, thank God, popularly known as Eze Concept. In a press release shared on her Instagram page, Chinwo recounted her professional journey with Eze, which began when she worked as his background singer before becoming a signed artist. She revealed that in 2019, Eze proposed extending her 5-year contract to 12 years. 12 years a slave. A proposal she declined due to her career plans. Now, following her refusal, Chinwo alleged that her working relationship with the producer became strained. She detailed a toxic environment where she endured verbal and emotional abuse. with Eze allegedly making threats as, I will deal with you, I will mess you up, I made you who you are, I can shut you up, and nobody will hear you again. You can literally easily exchange Eze Concept with Bento CEO, and this would be fine.
Or the big Shug himself, Shug Knight,
Yeah.
Afro
Yeah.
Gospel Records.
This is Diddy territory. Yeah,
this
Suge Knight territory.
is
Anyways,
the hip hop. This thing.
according to Chinwo, the hostility escalated during the fourth year of her contract, with Eze intimidating, isolating, and bullying her. She also claimed he misled people about her availability for events. Despite these challenges, Chinwo clarified that her legal action was not about demanding her music catalog, but rather to request transparency. Specifically, she wants the first 3 pages and the execution page of her 2017 contract, allegedly altered by Eze, made public. In her statement, she expressed gratitude to God and her supporters. She says, "All glory to God, whose grace and mercy has sustained me through this trial. I am deeply grateful to everyone who has prayed for me and stood by me, even without hearing from me. Your support has truly been a blessing." Chinwo concluded her post with the hashtags hashtag justice, hashtag the truth must prevail, hashtag Eze Concept is just like Bento. Anyways, I wish Mr. Chinwo the best.
To be fair to Eze Concept, I don't know, Shaber. We have to understand the circumstances with which he took on Mercy Chinwo. Mercy Chinwo won Nigerian Idols of 2012 and had a contract to, I think, to a distribution company or to record label, whatever it is. But because of her conviction that she didn't want to do secular music, her career didn't thrive after that. So Eze Concept literally came and saved her, to be very honest, right? But I feel that's where the entitlement later comes in. When someone starts making money, you feel that you deserve more than what you guys agreed on before. You attempted to change the contracts and she refused, and that's where it's just a bunch of it's just like ego and like just ego just coming in. You think someone is bigger than you or something like that. That you've grown more wings or something like that. That's just what has happened. It's a sad case because this was like a successful partnership that that brought somebody from obscurity into like the one of the biggest gospel superstars out of Nigeria. So it's just sad to see what's been happening. But yes, I believe Mercy Chinwo, but I also understand where Eze Concept is coming from. What I would just tell him is just to move on. You just shave your ego, just ego. Just shave the ego and just move on. She's big, she's bigger now, she's married, she wants to move on. She's not that little girl that you saved in 2015. You have to stop seeing her in that light. She's Mercy Chinwo now. She deserves the right now and the opportunity to go her own way. Do you get?
Yeah.
Very well said, Mr. Diddy. Very, very well said. I think you can't take advantage of people. That's number one. What people sign in the contract, you have to review the contract, whatever it is. Like, I don't know the details of what's going on, right? And
so Mercy
Nigerian
Chinwo is saying that Eze is trying to, the contract is signed in 2017 to last a certain year.
He's altered it.
He has altered it to say that the contract is starting from 2019. Do you understand?
And so he has 2 more years.
And another album and something like that. Yeah. Let's see.
Mercy Chinwo won 7.5 million naira back in 2012.
Yeah.
Just thinking if she convert that money to dollars back then. That's what I'm just thinking. That's what I'm just. She won an SUV as well. But all those things come with so much pressure.
So much pressure, man.
Yeah.
So much pressure.
That's season 2. Who won season 1? Yeka, right? Yeka.
Is it Yeka?
Yeah, season 1.
I can't remember.
I was there now. I was there. Those days, man.
Oh, Yeka, the beauty queen, Abi?
No, she wasn't a beauty queen.
No. Okay.
She was Yeka Onka or something.
I can't remember who won 20. That was 2011. I can't remember who won it though.
There's Yeka now.
Bro, there are too many music talent shows now. Everything is muddled up in my brain now.
They all stopped. Why did they all stop that? All the music talent shows?
I don't know why.
Maybe it wasn't generating what they wanted anymore.
And they just stopped it. Boom.
How many success stories do we have from Nigeria? From I would say, Omaomi, Dari,
Timi Dakolo.
Simi Dakolo. But one person people forget. Inyanya there. Inyanya too. Inyanya won Nigerian Idol.
Yeah.
Yes, now, yeah.
Or
Best
Project
edition.
Fame. No, Project Fame.
Project
Inyanya
Fame.
was Project Fame.
Yeah, Project Fame. Yeah,
MTN.
Project Fame.
Yeah.
The first Project Fame. No?
Yeah.
Yes.
Season 1. Yeah.
That people don't remember Chike. In short, the reason why I didn't like Chike at first was because Chike was a perennial.
It was bouncing. It was a bouncing
It was
around
a perennial from Nigerian Idol to Project Fame to Glow Sync. Everywhere he was competing.
No, you know, say if you go Glow Syncs, then there was no that one. You all was too much. Anybody that went to Glow Sync was like, bro, y'all was too much.
As a talent manager, I secured a gig from one of my talents was it Project Fame? Was it 2015 or 2016? Where I took my client was a media trainer.
This guy, I just figured out he's talking about me. Yeah. Do you know that video is on YouTube? So I showed my.
I know that. I go and watch it once in a while. In short, there's one day I watched Banky Zone. Then I went to look for your own.
Really?
Sorry.
Actually, what were we talking? Look, there was an artist or something going on. So I told my kids, I know this person. Like my kids don't know I know artists or anything. Like, I say, oh yeah, I know the video. And I'm like, Daddy is just saying all these things. I'm like, no, guys, your kids don't give a damn about you, man.
They don't give it. They don't care.
So I remember, who was it? There was someone on the TV that was in that Project Fame, and I was like, yeah, I mentored this person at Project Fame or something. And like, no, it's not. I think it was Nini or I can't remember. I can't remember which Project Fame. So I'm like, no, there's a video on YouTube. So I now pull up the video on YouTube and then they're watching. I'm like, that's Daddy. I was like, wow, you guys, no rate me for this house. No worry.
Yeah.
I'll rate myself. Well, shout out to Mr. Chinwo and I wish them all the best.
Yeah,
all right, man. Let's talk about this week in history.
Please, where is E-Rhymes?
Ill Rhymes.
Yes.
I don't know where.
Is this still in the circle, Ayo?
I've not seen him in a while. That name you've mentioned, I've not heard it in like 4.
Oh, you don't even know what I'm talking about?
I know,
Okay,
but actually
okay.
I've not seen him anywhere in like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it's been long. Okay. Then him and that DJ that has like a tattoo on his face.
So say still there now. So say there, but it's not as
DJ
so
say.
So say still there around now. So say still there.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Okay, I see Ill Rhymes. Yeah, I think he works with Accelerate TV, and he's the producer of OC Suave's Listen with OC.
Oh, okay. That means it's behind the scene now.
Yeah, it's behind. Okay, I see him with the camera doing his thing.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah, and
shout out
his own. He has his own thing going. Yeah,
makes sense.
He tried acting too. He's a horrible actor, and I'm glad he stopped. So and he's doing something. He's always played in that media space. He was a Sound City for a minute, right? He did his thing.
Yeah.
He's a
tried rapping.
Brother. He tried
rapping. Rap when he featured one of the cutie guys.
Yeah. I remember that video.
You remember that video, right? Yeah.
He was horrible. He was horrible at that too.
Yeah.
I remember. He was horrible at that too. Yeah, thank God he stopped that.
You said he was horrible at that too.
Yeah.
No, and it's not a diss. Like for him to now say, "Oh, this is not my space of competence."
Yeah,
it shows that he had tried and failed. Some people will continue doing something they're not good in because no, what will people say? I failed, so I'll continue just making noise in people's ears.
Sure.
No, when I mean he was horrible at something, doesn't mean like it's not an indictment on him. He wasn't good at it, so he switched to something else. You understand? And he tried other things, and I'm sure where he is now, he's doing something he likes. And
he has found it. Yeah,
it's fine. Like I did rap, so I quit rapping now. Do you understand?
No, you never did to quit. I was supposed to be an OAP now.
Yeah, do you understand? I worked on radio. I left it. Do you understand? You go and find another thing, and that thing is better, and you feel like you're stronger with that thing, and you take the experiences from the previous things, and
to make you better.
Yeah, and that's all. So it's not. Guy, did you watch a show on Red TV? It was horrible. I'm not saying this because I just wanted. It was bad.
Shout out to Red TV. I one day we'll talk about them because the quality of shows on that Red TV at that time.
Yeah, but at least they did Men's Club, and they gave us.
They came back. Yeah, came back.
They gave us Men's Club.
But they also give us Assistant Madam, which was horrible television. But they gave us Men's Club, and for Men's Club alone, they gave us. I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
but about
I'm
that
okay
first
with
phase.
I'm okay
That
with
The first phase was bad.
first phase was like-
Inspector K. Inspector K. I understand. I knew what they were trying to
trying
deliver.
to do, but they could not just.
Yeah, they didn't get it, but I see the vision.
But Follow Storms, blew from that, Abby.
Yeah, I think she picked up from there.
Yeah.
But for Inspector K, I saw the vision.
I saw the
the
vision.
vision. And
so we bank media. We would bank with production company, video companies, and media houses. Which one do you think was the best? Accelerate TV or Red TV?
no, it was this thing. This thing was still the best now. In Danny was still the
We
best.
know now. We know it's in
Danny
Danny.
GCB. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, Danny, and they were the
Danny
pioneers.
was so cool.
They were the
pioneers.
Yeah.
In Danny gave us
was
Giddy
so
Up.
cool.
In Danny
Yes.
gave us Giddy Up, which is a cult classic. In Danny
We
gave
gave
us
us
classic.
Daddy.
Skinny
Yeah.
Girl.
We gave us
in-
Daddy.
Yeah,
The
Skinny Girl
girls,
in Transit.
Skinny Girl in Transit. Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
those were classics.
Bro, those are two bangers already, man.
They gave us that two's interview show too. That was good. That wasn't bad at the time.
Bro.
Yeah.
What's the
It
name
was
of
a
the
really
juice?
relevant cultural
Juice.
juice. Yeah,
They
culturally
gave us the
relevant.
juice. Do you remember
Girls
when
in
we
shoes.
critiqued Miss
Obiasika.
DSF? No, Miss DSF for
Oh, when she went off,
our
yeah,
horrible
when she,
hosting.
yeah, she,
And then she
oh, no,
went on
that
Twitter and
hosting
tried to
was-
make
oh,
it
well,
look
she
like
trying to
it's
make-
three men going against a young girl.
I give it to DSF. Our brand is always consistent with that. So
yeah.
You get.
What's she now? She DJ?
She's a
DJ, man. She's a DJ.
She's also
Yeah.
somebody that has, tried
Makes
multiple
sense.
things.
She has tried
like,
acting too, right?
like, see, what's her name? Dorcas Fabson, right? She's a fantastic
Yeah.
actor. I just felt
Yeah.
like,
With DSF. Yeah.
yes, she's a fantastic
Yes.
actor.
She is.
What she did in
And we said it on that critique. We said it
now.
that she was a way better actor than she was as a host.
she's not a good host.
What's
But
that
like
show?
MTV
What's
Sugar,
that show?
MTV Sugar,
Yeah, Sugar. Bro, I believe in
killed
that
it.
role. Actually, no.
Yeah.
To
she
me,
killed it. She
one
killed
of
killed
the
it.
best debuts
She
ever.
killed
One
it.
of the
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
for me, I was like, okay, this is the start. And I
This
felt
is
like she
it,
would
yeah.
build up into that. She's a fantastic
She
actor.
didn't. Yeah,
She
is
brings
actually.
a lot
I
of
agree.
emotion and life into her character.
She can bring
I
her
agree.
emotion. She can bring her emotion well.
I would still like to see her do some acting because for
Yeah.
me, if she had continued then, right, all these other girls like the what's the former Hip TV host?
Nancy Simon.
Yeah, like the Nancy Simmons. What's the girl and skinny girl in transit that was dating Timine Buson's character? The
Sharon Oja.
yes,
Sharon Oja,
she's above them.
She was
Yeah.
Okay.
In
Okay.
terms of acting, like,
in terms of acting, yeah,
she's
the way
up,
she
she's
delivered
above
it
them.
is
Yeah,
true.
I agree.
she's
That's true.
above them. She's a set earlier, but she's also above them.
I'd love
in
to.
terms
I'd love
of-
to see her in a movie again.
I'd love to see her. And shout out to
TV and
Sharon
Sound
Oja and
City.
even
Okay, so
Nancy
go.
Simmons. Shout out to them as well. And
No,
shout out
Nancy.
to-
Nancy has done a good work from
Yeah.
her show to acting
Omo.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's
I won't
just a
lie
lot
to
of
you.
Nancy
hard
is
work
in.
put
Nancy
into
is.
it.
Nancy, we could say that that Nancy's movie. That Netflix movie, Blosses. That can we count it as a classic? As a
What the fuck
Nollywood
is wrong with
classic?
how you what? Don't just be throwing classic around anyhow, bro. What the
goes
hell?
Aya, what do you
I go-
think? That movie was quite popular.
He said
It
a
was
classic.
hot.
Just say
It
it's a
was hot.
popular movie that
Okay, it was hot
popular.
for a minute.
popular.
Okay.
You calling it classic? What's wrong with this
I'm
guy?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, go and kneel
Okay.
down in the corner, man.
I want to say something. I want to ask something. Sound City or Hip TV, who contributed more relevant talent to the industry?
Both. Because
actually.
half of Sound City came from Hip TV.
Came from Hip TV, yeah. That's
Don't forget that-
no, half of Hip TV came from Sound City.
Sorry,
That's
half
what
of
I want to say. Yeah.
half of the Sound
No,
City came from
half
Hip
of-
TV. There was a
For
whole
real?
exodus from Hip Hop
Yeah,
World
man,
magazine.
exodus.
So if you're even looking at the magazine, you're looking at
yeah.
Hip Hop World.
Our
That's
guy
Bio
was
Missionary.
That's
Sound City
Polycryptic.
Blasters. Yeah,
That's
you
true.
know, and
that's true.
Polycrypting and the Crow, and that's Hip TV. Even what's his name, who went on to lead at Sound City TV station. What's his name again now?
Olamide.
He's from Hip
Oh.
Hop World
Came from
magazine.
Hip
now.
TV.
Yeah.
came from
That's
there.
true. That's true.
I don't forget.
Okay, makes
Adesua was
sense.
the presenter on Hip TV.
Joke Jaisimi.
Joke Jaisimi was also a presenter. This was a
No, it
presenter.
was a
too.
producer.
Producer.
Joke
But
was
they all
Producer,
started
okay,
from
okay.
they all started from Hip Hop World. So they all came from Smooth Promotions and moved from Smooth Promotions, most of them to
I'm going to lie.
That
Smooth
was-
Promotions
makes sense.
deserves a documentary because the amount of people.
They have to get it now. They
No,
have to
it's
do a
crazy.
documentary.
We're talking
now.
No.
about ATG. Yeah,
ATG, Efe.
Efe. Yeah.
Bro.
I think for
Mode
media
9,
houses,
Mode 9.
entertainment. I think for media houses and entertainment, I'll go with Ecomium. I'll go with Smooth. I'll go with Net. Net deserves some. Net deserves a
No, Net
documentary.
is not
Why
Net
you
is
put
not.
ovation?
When you talk about like the people who moved through, like if you're looking at
It's just
the bulk
because
of people that
because
moved through
Net is not a
Encomium,
because Net is not a video driven. It's not a video.
it's not that. How many people did
It
Net
is.
produce? How many people did Net produce? Give me
Okay,
five
not
people
even in
that
terms
went
of
through Net and you say,
production.
oh, all these 5 people. Are you talking about the talent they produced?
No, I'm talking about the impact in the industry.
Oh, no, Net
How
is up there.
important they were in the
No,
industry.
Net is up
Yes.
there.
Bro,
Net is up there.
bro.
Net broke some of the
Yeah.
biggest stories now.
Yes,
And
no,
changed.
Net is up there. That's
Net
what I'm
added
talking about.
to the what we call digital media today. Bella
Yes.
Niger, Linda Ikeji, Net.
Yeah.
What 3 of them did from that 2010 to 2014
2014. Yes.
crazy.
Man,
3 of them, Bella, Linda, Net.
it's
The other guys followed.
everybody
Yeah.
followed
And
it.
some followed really closely, like the 360 knobs. You understand? Like the okay, please. I like in
Yeah.
terms of like music. I also had not just okay to that crew. So
No,
4
just
of
Yes.
them.
okay. Yeah. For
Then the other guys followed very closely.
2 exclusive 360 knobs. They did
Yeah.
their thing.
Yeah.
but in
But
terms
like-
of cultural importance, no one was close to Net. No one was
Linda
close
is
to
crazy.
Net.
Cultural importance, no, is Linda. Bro.
No, I'm not talking about.
It's Linda. If you look at
Wait,
it,
I'm not
you're
talking
looking
about.
at it.
I won't say.
Steve,
from
you're
a-
looking at it
I
from.
understand what from a
Hold
crew,
on. Let me say.
I'm looking at it from a
it.
tweet.
You're looking at it from a purist angle. That's what you're.
I understand what you're saying. I'm
Yes.
looking
We're
at it from
looking
a
at
tourist angle.
cultural importance. Is
Important.
Linda
Cultural,
Ikeji
like
is number
popular
1.
culture
Bro,
is Linda
number
Ikeji.
one.
That was Linda.
Is Linda
Linda.
Ikeji.
Bella was
In
for the
fact,
elites.
yeah.
Bella was more
Yes.
elites.
Bella was elite, yeah.
Yeah.
Net
Bella
was for the music
Bella won't run some
and for the
stories now.
cool
If
and
it
for the
was-
No,
critical.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Net
true.
was kind of like a balance of both, but Bella was
Balance
like
of both.
clean, tush.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
they won't run some
Linda was from
stories. They
streets.
won't downgrade people.
Yeah.
Linda didn't give a damn, man.
Do you know the day I knew Linda didn't give a damn? You know when she had an issue with Toke Makinwa
Yeah.
and Toke blasted her? Linda now wrote a story.
More.
of
She wrote
how-
a very emotional story.
that's it.
More.
That's why I don't say Linda. Linda wrote a story of how
No, that was a classic.
The sentiment, I can, bro.
That
Although
was a
she
classic.
apologized, Linda apologized for the Tokemaki one because I believe that
Nakuna,
Linda
yeah.
contributed to Toke's. There's a Toke hit.
Yeah.
She contributed to it. I think she apologized one time for it or something like that. I can't remember.
when I read that story,
Yeah.
Nah, it was.
this is the greatest diss ever. I
she-
said, this is
Omo.
the greatest diss ever.
Omo.
You didn't mention Toke, but we all know what you're trying to do.
Nah, it was.
I
It
said,
was too
Mama.
much.
Mama,
I need to go and look for that story and read it.
I'm telling you, it
was
was
too
too
much.
much. It was too much.
Yeah,
What
it
a
was a
time,
good one.
man.
It was a good one. What a time! What a time!
What a time.
Do you guys also remember when Net published the Banj
no,
comeback
shut
story?
down. Bro, that was shut down. That day, everybody.
The Tibanj what? The Tibanj what?
No, the Banj story, the comeback story, the one ATG flew to London to interview him.
Oh, the interview. That one was
was a short
anticipated.
down.
We anticipated it for like 2 weeks
See,
now because we
that-
knew it was coming.
The thing changed the course of
Yes.
man. See,
Yeah.
I'm
People
scared
see
to
the-
any man.
See,
That's he
Osagie.
sent me the story to pop. Like he sent it to me first. I read.
Now
it
you
and I was
transcribe,
like,
Amabi?
Yeah, now me transcribe. I was like,
Of course.
this guy is a god. I
Osagie,
didn't
you know
I didn't
that-
see him as human anymore.
I was like, you
Yeah.
know that before then, Don Jazzy had one public perception.
He won the
Of course,
narrative.
easily.
He was
He won
winning
the
the
narrative.
narrative.
The moment
That story
article
dropped.
you could see it
It
in real time.
changed.
How
It
people were moving
changed.
to
Then
the bank.
another thing happened after that
then,
or before
hold on,
that.
and
The
then we
Dr.
ran-
Seed,
we
the
now
Dr.
did
Seed
our net-
recording.
We did a Neta 2 anniversary, and that's the story we led with.
Yes.
With the Neta 2. You know, the net
Mm-hmm.
was just it wasn't no Neta was it Neta 2 or Neta 5?
It's I think net at 5 also. I can't remember. I'm not sure
Maybe
it's
it was
net
Net
at
at 5, you know, Net NG at 5. We had an anniversary and then we launched that, and we usually used to do 16 pages, but we did a special edition. I think I still have a copy somewhere where we did 32
Yeah.
pages. It was
Wow.
a madness. And then
I read
that
when
too.
there was we
I
we
said,
partnered
no.
with Industry Night, so we had a net industry
I
night
remember.
party.
I came for that.
We were just giving the papers out
The
to
papers
everybody.
out,
Bro,
yeah,
the Japan
I
stuff. People were
remember.
calling like, this story is crazy.
I read
What
the
is
article.
going on?
I said, I ain't a master, forget. The narrating. I said,
no, it
he
was
taking
too
his
much.
time. There's nowhere in they go. In they
He
take
they
the
cook
time.
the story, they cook and
Cook
I
am,
they
they
cook
go.
am, they cook am, and they look say, wait till this guy they
Omo.
cook.
OG now OG. Forget
I
that.
read it. No, I read it. I was like, this guy is not like
These levels.
and I'd
These
broken
levels.
at that point. I'd broken like some big stories. I'd broken the whiskey baby mama first story, first baby
Yeah.
mama story, the Ice
Ice
Prince
Prince
first baby
too.
mama story. I'd done like the one you were just talking about, the leaked audio from Dr. Seed. I was the one that broke down. Like I was feeling myself on that level. But when I read this one, I'm like, okay,
Levels did this
Kaki
thing.
no be leather.
Kakino, bro.
Difference.
Respect, sir.
Then the next week, I did the follow up with the Don Jazzy exclusive though, because I had to show this guy that so I reached out to that time. Me and Jazzy were cool on
BBM.
yeah. So I reached out to him. So I had the conversation with him, and I felt he was chatting with me, and I could publish our conversation.
Yeah.
So I now did an exclusive with like his own rebuttal to the story and everything.
Oh,
But apparently he didn't feel
He
like
wasn't chatting with. Yeah, he didn't know it was going to be published.
Totally official. Yeah.
And so there was that breakdown in communication. And for a very long time, we didn't.
See eye to eye.
Yeah, we didn't. We did it. He blocked me. I blocked him back. That's why I used to do that. He blocked me. I blocked him.
But
But like,
you guys later settled, I remember.
of course, we unblocked each other. We became friends again. We used to go to the studio and hang out with him and, play me upcoming songs. A great guy, And all that time, it's just what the Nigerian music industry was experiencing at that time. They had not experienced it before.
Yeah.
It was exposure to social media, real-time stuff.
Yeah.
It was a madness.
Coverage.
Like,
yes. People like a media dedicated to you, to your acts, to your art, not just your lifestyle.
They didn't understand it.
They didn't
anymore.
understand it. Yeah.
And the one they didn't understand the most was, why are you listening to my songs and reviewing my music and saying it's good or bad?
It's good. Yeah.
Why?
Do you understand? Like, usually what will happen is you are press. You should idolize me because
say it is good.
Yeah, and just put it out there. Or if you don't even want to say it's good, just put it out there. Then they started seeing people were Dr. C called me one time, say, who is the motherfucker that reviewed my music and gave me 2.5/5? Osagie, who is this? We're on the phone for hours. More.
That was not even the worst review from. That was not the worst review from Mohit. It was the Prince's album that Ayo just destroyed the Prince.
Ayo destroyed the album.
No, that one was bad. Then
destroyed the Prince. Then the Ice Prince album. The Ice Prince was coming to net, so he read his review and went back.
The fire Zamani was there. You know when I knew Ayo is a psycho? I was telling someone recently, I said, this guy, Ayo is a psycho. I'll tell you why Ayo is a psycho. I was telling someone recently, I said that Fire of Zamani album, Ayo was also working for a PR company, like the sister company of them, BHM. And I remember I only told him, Ayo, write me 2 different favorable reviews of Fire of Zamani. And Ayo wrote 2 different favorable reviews of Fire of Zamani from 2 different angles, and they were favorable. And I told Ayo, review review the album, tell me what you really feel. And then he
destroyed the album.
Bro, so you have 3 different reviews from the same person. And I'm like, no, this guy is psychotic. This guy has to be a psycho. Because I can't even do that.
Nah, man.
But see, when you are looking for
I
money,
have some classic reviews.
When you are looking for money, my brother.
When you're looking for money,
your brain will flow now.
How much did you pay for those reviews that year? Was how much 2.5 Nabi? Or 10K?
Yeah, 10K or something.
No, I think
the monthly take was like 20K or something.
Yeah, the monthly take was 20K. I will just show at the end of the month, I'll just call Ayo, come collect money from accountant. He go count cash like this. Mr. Ebenezer. I just
I will collect that. I don't.
I say,
enter that strip club where his
office was not far. His office was less than 1 kilometer from my office.
Very
when he was magazine, he would just scroll down. he would just stroll down. He would just say, how far now? What's in the how far are you there? Everybody, he would just go up.
That money you can't collect too. I don't do 2 times when I can't collect money. Now you go find some G's downstairs. Some nonsense G's downstairs. Once you collect the money, I say they come by. You know, go come on the G's. They don't go straight.
Neighbors can say they want their share. No, don't worry. Thank you. We are good.
Oh man, those times were crazy. Those times were crazy. That's over a decade ago now.
Yeah.
Anyways, this week in history brought to you by Archiving. This week in history, on January 27, 2002, the Ikeja Cantonment bomb blast happened.
I know.
Live and direct. I was
Live and
Please
direct.
go.
I was a
January
3D witness of
27,
this.
2002, the explosion of the Nigeria's military storage facility in Ikeja, Lagos, shook many areas of the state and sparked widespread fires. The explosion caused a panic as thousands of Lagosians fled and many unknowingly ran into a concealed canal where they tragically drowned. The disaster claimed over 1,100 lives, left more than 20,000 homeless, and injured countless others. An investigation revealed that the Nigerian army had neglected to maintain or decommission the facility despite prior orders, turning a preventable failure into one of Nigeria's most devastating tragedies. Wow, Ayo, you lived in
Yeah.
Ogba, which
No, I
is
wasn't in Ogbao. I wasn't in
Oh,
No,
Ogba.
Oshodi.
I was
okay, you were living in
Oshodi.
Oshodi, which is basically
The backyard of the
of that
cantonment.
cantonment,
Yeah,
right?
it was basically it. Yeah,
Ikeja to Oshodi by bus is like bus trip
bro.
is like five minutes,
Yeah, it's walkable.
7 minutes, for like
Yeah.
Yeah, you can even. It's like it's less than 10 kilometers.
Yes, it is. It
Ikeja
is.
to
It's
Oshodi,
mad. Yeah.
So
I
tell
remember,
us,
I
tell
remember
us
that
about
Sunday.
it.
It was a Sunday. I was preparing for midterm exams. I was supposed to read for maths. I was reading for maths, and I was by the radio listening to music, hip hop music back then. It was me, my sister, my brother, my cousin, I believe, were at home then. And all of a sudden, we just heard a loud explosion. Boah. I just checked the window. I just saw people running. I said, "What's happening?"
Something like that.
Yeah, and there's a white smoke. And when you see people running, it's not as if they are running for people are running for their lives. Then all of a sudden, the bomb just starts taking off in like every like 30 seconds. Luckily for us, we had a house fellowship not too far away, like 4 or 5 streets away. So we all ran there. When we got there, it was pandemonium, full-blown pandemonium. People had left their children in their homes. There's one home I remember. They had locked children inside the house. The children were crying. So the couple we met at the house said, "Look, let's just run. We don't know what is happening." People legit thought it was war. People thought that there was an invasion. This was war. Because once a bomb goes off, the whole ground will shake. And the whole sky will just be, the white smoke will be everywhere. We ran. We crossed that Oshodi Solo Expressway, that Oshodi Expressway, went to Ajawa Estate. From that Ajawa Estate now, people are now closing their streets, the gates and everything, because they didn't want people to enter. We were very close to getting to the canal. We were very close to getting to the canal. Yes.
Do you know how many distance you guys ran from Oshodi to
Isolo inside Ajawa Estate?
Isolo.
Ajawa Estate now. We entered through
Of
Ajawa
course
Estate.
now.
Yes. Bro, when we just saw people heading towards one place, we said, where are these people going? We just decided to turn back, right? By the time we turned back, we were coming back home. The explosions were not getting down. The explosions are reduced. They are reduced a lot. This time, I already thought our home was already burnt. Like, our house don't burn. We got home on my street. See, bro, all the houses, the doors were open, gates were open, because people had run away, Luckily for us, none of us were missing that day, Sha. We thank God. For like 3 or 4 days, bombs were still going off in the cantonment. That's how crazy it was. It was the next day we now started seeing reports of people missing. I remember I passed one primary school, and you see like 30 or 40 pictures of young children pasted and said they were missing, from that stuff. And it was just sad at the end of the day. And why? The heating in the armory already gone off, and the bombs were there. The bombs they were supposed to move, they had not moved them, and with the heat, the bomb just started going off. A child even died in the cantonment like 3 or 4, I think it was years later. One of the bombs that failed to go off was already on the floor, didn't know, stepped on it, boom, gone. It was mad. It's from that day I knew that war. People that say Nigeria should go to war and fight, bro, war is not now, bro. There's nothing like war, please.
And to provide context, this is 2002 January.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is
GSMs
less than 6 months, because the first GSM phone, right, mobile smartphone, well, not even a smartphone, but the first GSM phone was sold on August 21, 2000, August 12, 2001. So this is less than 6 months.
Guess what?
We don't have phones.
We were calling my mom. She was in church. That day, nothing was going. The networks, all the lines were jammed because the capacity then couldn't. It's not like
It
now.
couldn't. Yeah.
you couldn't contain the amount of calls that were going on.
So
networks
guys,
were
there's no
gone.
WhatsApp group where you are sharing
there's no
messages and
WhatsApp,
saying,
no.
"Oh, this is what's happening. Oh, calm down." The whole place is there. Everybody's panicking. Bro, I was living in Ikeja, 17.5 kilometers away. Do you know what
And
we
you
had
could
to
feel
do?
it.
We had to take off all the sliding doors.
Yeah,
We had
because
sliding doors and the sliding glasses in the windows.
it will
We had
break
to
them.
remove everything and put them on the floor because the vibration
alone will shift.
in the area was so much that we were afraid that the windows were going to shatter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we basically took out like all the window, the nets, and then took everything out and placed them on the floor for the time being. That's what my dad told us to do. Because the vibration that we were feeling 17.5 kilometers away.
It felt like it
So
was
I can
near, close to
imagine
you.
what you guys were feeling.
No, we thought I thought, like I said, I thought our house was already burnt down. Everything was gone.
That's when you know that
Seriously.
Lagos is not, there's nowhere too far from each other.
But no foul. You go feel out. You go see when we were crossing the express, people were leaving their car and running. As we cross
the
express,
panic.
people, bro, you hear bomb, they go off. You don't know. And when we were running, people were now giving us conspiracy theories. Oh, Obasanjo has done something to upset the North, and they not want to take over power. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
and
all the
that stuff.
conspiracy theories start flying.
Then you see a group of Christians praying that, God, we know this is the end time. End time has come. We saw Muslims too praying on their own. Everyone was confusing. What is happening? It was later in the night that we now watched Tinubu on TV, and Tinubu now explained everything. That is what happened. The next day, Obasanjo came and all that.
Yeah, it was crazy, and people, rest in peace to people who died in the Ejigbo Canal because they ran and didn't know there was a canal there, and they were just falling off the road into the canal, and they drowned. Those who hit their head, whatever. And look at what
Do
it
we
says.
have a figure of how many people died directly from the bombing, man? Because my understanding is that people died more in the canal than.
Yes, now.
Yeah, I don't think many people died in the bomb explosions because the bombs were going off in the armory, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's actually
exactly. So that's what happened. The bombs went off in the armory, and these are bombs that should have been decommissioned. Again, who was in charge of decommissioning? Because there are people responsible for these things. It's just incompetence that leads to,
It's just like just growing up in the Delta State. I remember watching the story, but I never knew the impacts as by how many people, the loss, the devastating loss that happened at the canal. I stayed in Solo now all through my first second in Solo. So when I started staying in Solo, I think the first crib, even before I started, I had a friend who stayed close to the canal in Okota. That's when I was staying in first I used to go visit him. That was the first time I saw the memorial sites of the tragedy. And over time, I used to I passed there a lot in Okafa, in Ichigbo, and I kind of understood the impact that thing had on Lagos and the community. It's just what bothers me now is just the state of that memorial site. It's in a bad shape. You just know that nobody's paying much attention to it. But I think last year I saw some renovation happening there, and I just hope that they'll continue to put it in a good state, at least to pay. At least that's the best tribute you can pay to people who died in a tragedy. Keep the place very clean and very, very okay. And also meeting someone who lost a neighbor they never saw, even the body or nothing.
They never saw the body. They never saw. Wow.
Yeah, they never saw the person. Yeah,
that's even more painful. No closure.
That's even more painful. Seeing somebody like that also really made me kind of feel the impact of what happened in Lagos at that time. It's just a sad case, man.
Bro, these things just started going off. You're just at home on Sunday. I think around 3 p.m. if I remember. Just started hearing boom. And this is not knockouts. The ground is shaking.
Shaking. Yeah.
Bro, do you know how far Ikeja to where I was? And the ground is.
That's why I'm surprised that you said he got close to the canal. Do you know where Oshudi is? Oshudi to Isolo.
You run now.
You
run. When people start running, you run. What thing you want to do?
Several stories. I just opened the Memorial Canal in Ejigbo. Allafrica.com, Nigeria, Okafa, how not to treat the dead. That's a fine. That's a very good. That's a very good
Yeah,
headline. Like they're talking about the state of the place.
the,
Yeah.
the
Even
place. Yeah.
FIJ did a story 2021. Overgrown lawns, smelly canal, the decay of Ikeja,
Hmm.
something Ikeja. Yeah. It's important that they keep that place in a very very clean state, and
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Archiving for providing this week in history. You guys can always check Archiving out, discover history as it happens, and explore thousands of digitized Nigerian newspapers from 1994 to 2008. Check it out on Archiving. It is archivi.ng. Steve.
In our weekly update of something just discovering Nigeria, just he tweeted a story about a Nigerian lady who was tried in America for having a prostitution ring.
Yeah.
And he was tweeting the discovery that the woman came back, changed her name a bit, and became a leader. She contested for House of Rep in Ebonyi State and was like a honorable for like several
Are you
years.
serious?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that
The
part.
group too.
Oh, I
He put
didn't
it
see
in the
that part.
group.
I was even going to send him a message recently. I said some pro Yoruba nationalist or whatever you call them discovered that story because the woman is from the southeast or so, and they've been using that story to run their propaganda.
Oh,
They took
I'll
the
come in. Let me look
screenshot
for that
of
story.
they took the screenshot of the paper and everything, and
So
they
I
used to
think
run their thing.
the archiving post is on a PM news story about coming is still loading. In February 2021, police officers in US arrested a Nigerian woman, Ariana Uzo Egu, and charged her to court for running a prostitution ring, which made 2 million a year. So something now tweeted is a complete Nigerian story. Is it a complete Nigerian story if she didn't return to Nigeria to restart life with a slightly different name, become a politician, and serve in the Ebonyi State House of Assembly between 2015 and 2019? Because of course that happened.
But that's actually the complete cycle of
That's the complete cycle of a
yeah.
typical Nigerian
Yeah,
politician.
you must be a fraudster or a criminal, arrested or
Yep.
convicted, back in the
Yep.
country, then you
Yep.
run for
You're
office.
good to go.
Yeah,
You're good to go.
you run
You're
for
good to
office.
go.
I fully expect Hush Puppy in another 2 decades to run for office.
The thing is that although so me, I give Nigerians the benefit of that to say, oh, it did happen in the internet era. The story was not there and stuff like that. People could
No, we're seeing it happen, bro.
My brother, it does not happen.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's crazy. All right, man, let's get into some fan mail. Who's excited?
Also, yeah.
All right, man. This is from Precious. Do you remember Precious, the intern who didn't get paid for her internship for like 2 months?
Oh, yeah.
And then from Fantastic Blue Stock Giants then send her some money. Anyway, she says, "Hi Giants, Happy New Year. Welcome to another wonderful year. I hope you all are doing well." Yeah, we are. She says 2 things. Firstly, you had asked women to write in to let you know how the dynamics of female friendships are. My friendships are like romantic relationships, very intense kind of love, so pure and beautiful. We focus on self-improvement, bettering our health, and just having a good time. That said, with limited resources, when going out, we have to plan our expenditure to the T. Look up menus, send our money to one account beforehand, and that's how it is for really expensive dates. For cheaper, low budget outings, we just have our personal budgets. Last December, going out with people earning and spending dollars, of course, you are handling the bills. Secondly, this is a request of our community. I am a final year mass communication student with a passion for digital marketing, brand communication, and strategies. Most entry-level jobs require a portfolio and some experience, and I don't know where they could come from. I have experience from my school mandated internships and certifications in digital marketing and brand identity strategy. As my path is not clear, I am in need of guidance, probably as an intern, or if I can find a mentor. I'm skilled in market industry research, analysis of competition, content writing, copywriting, data presentation, etc. And these skills would be useful to my mentor or intern host. Thank you. All right, so guys, if you do want to reach out to Precious, you could send her an email. It is ogochukwublessing360@gmail.com. Yep. And if you guys want to, hire as an intern or mentor her, boom, there you go. She's already told you the skills she's got. All right, this is from Fade. And Fade is writing concerning one of our topics from last week. We talked about like the auditions and everything, right? The ladies
Mhm.
who were auditioning for like a movie role
Yeah, yeah,
who didn't wear their bra basically,
yeah,
or who were like not appropriately dressed. Let's just put it that way. And Ngozi Ezionu was complaining about the video went viral, etc, etc.
yeah.
Anyway, so this is it is my first time ever writing you guys. I've been listening since the original pod days. Woo! Round of applause for you. I honestly don't know why it's taking me this long to write. I'm a fan of you three and listening to your opinions on music, pop culture, although many times I disagree, and politics is refreshing. I am writing about the last episode of y'all talking about Ngozi Ezionu's video of audition dress codes. While I agree that shaming the young ladies in question was absolutely wrong, I agree with Ngozi's sentiment. I am an actor and currently finishing up my second year in drama school. I am getting my MFA in acting, directing, and playwriting. When I auditioned for grad school, I could not be caught dead wearing what those ladies wore. People forget that an audition is also an interview for a job. Because it's the arts, we tend to have a more relaxed opinion as if it doesn't matter. When I audition for any role outside of school, I have to dress in clothes that do not make my body the sole actor in the room. As a black woman, I have to be conscious of the fact that whenever I'm acting, my body is also telling a story no matter what I do. And while it is not my fault, I have to make sure my acting is driving in front seat, most especially if the auditors are men. It is sad that I have to go to an audition with that on my mind, but this is the world we live in. And I'm merely a speck in the industry to try and challenge that. Coming to an audition with a crop top opened at the back, no bra, and tights is irresponsible in my opinion. If young Nigerians took their acting seriously, they would know that when you go for an audition, you are responsible for your own prep and warm up. A serious actor is taking at least 30 minutes before their call up time to move around the space, warm up, and do voice drills. There's no way I'm doing all of that when a crop top open at the back with no bra on. At the very least, I am at least putting on a bralette under my top because I know I'm going to do some movements and using my space in audition, I will not come dressed like I'm heading to the gym. Even if I do, I have to change. I have a change of clothes to wear in the room. I'm coming dressed comfortably, but not extremely formal either. My go to is always loose jeans, my lucky jeans that I can bend or dance with no effort, and a long sleeve loose basic top that I can tuck in for style and roll up the sleeves. If I go to an audition in New York, Boston, or DC dressed like that, no one is taking me seriously because now folks are looking at me like, am I supposed to be here or at the gym? If I must wear tights, I wear tights all the time to auditions for ease of movement. By the way, it is always customary to wear a shirt that is not too casual, but is also long enough to cover your bum when you move. I think this is a result of people in Nigeria disrespecting the art and not taking their craft seriously. If people thought of acting as a job, then obviously an audition process is like an interview for said job. They should have been told about their error privately and a general statement told to all candidates without signaling out anyone. But at the end of the day, if you want to get booked for the job, don't treat the audition like it's a chill event. Yeah, thanks y'all and Happy New Year. I agree. I
Yeah,
can't argue that. 100% agree.
that's the point. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
I
point.
agree. I agree.
The point.
You have to take it seriously. You also
Yeah,
can't be too casual about it. Like you're trying to get a role, and if you don't value it that well, maybe how you dress, But yeah, I
I think
think
I think our problem was mainly the way the
scolding.
feedback was, the scolding, that's not
I
just
think I
fair.
touched on the dressing not being too much of a serious problem, but I
Oh,
like
okay,
how
okay.
Fadi kind of broke it down now.
Broke it down,
Give us some insight
makes
to it.
sense.
So I agree.
Makes sense.
All right, this is from Gary.
Especially being in the art and having that feeling that people are not taking it serious is
And
makes sense.
she also being in there, gotten some feedback,
That's what
done
I'm
some
saying.
auditions as well.
Yeah.
All right, this is from Gary. Gary says there is rice at home. I wanted insert Scottish food. All right, in my last fan mail over a year ago, I moved to a dream job in marketing as an associate at a top 5 agency in Nigeria. For political reasons, I rose to the acting team lead of my department. I left after a year for a bigger bag at a premier insurance company, marketing and comms exec. Today, I'm writing you from the land of four Vikings and real rulers of the UK, Scotland. I just started my master's and I'm loving it so far. My culture shocks are as follows. The school is accessible from anywhere. They run on Microsoft like most businesses in the city, so from notes to a page of a book in a library, I can access it in a click. It's insane to me. The bus works. See, every 15 minutes it shows up no matter the place or time of the day. My lecturer is an influencer. I think it's just impossible in Nigeria. And when people ask why I left, I laugh and ask them if they are leaving. My last salary in Nigeria was 875,000 naira and it was less than 500 pounds. I couldn't take it anymore. I had no savings despite my earnings. I gave up on Nigeria. I don't know where next after this degree, but I breathe small. Anyway, shout out to you, Gary. And congratulations on everything so far for you. I wish you the best. All right, this is from Inanity. He says, I come bearing a gift. Happy New Year in late January. The Nigerian way ain't nothing better. LOL. I listened to the episode in December where you guys talked about AKA. You guys are really big fans, and I feel every fan should get to see his last ever interview. It was on the Sobering podcast, a South African podcast focused on hip hop culture. Guys, aka Move Different, a complete superstar. He talked about how he had a sneaker deal with Reebok way back then, how New Balance approached him when they first got into the country, and how he had to decline because the shoes looked like AstroTurf shoes. His beef with Casper Newvest, slapping Casper, his wild tweets, etc. etc. So this interview got me thinking from a hip-hop perspective, two guys who move like actual superstars were AKA and Ice Prince. I really wish these guys experienced their peak in the digital era. Who knows, we could have been having a different reception towards hip-hop on the continent. What do you guys think? Anyways, I have the link attached to the interview. Have a great day, guys. All right, we'll also put the link in the show notes for you guys to watch. I also go and watch the interview. But I definitely think if AKA and Ice Prince were in like very peak moment of the internet, I think things would have been a bit different. But I think they also experienced that moment, to be honest, because this is 2011, 2012, when everything was just peaking, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there were no like stands and all of that stuff going on yet. So people were like genuinely giving their feedback and experiencing. So I think they kind of experienced it.
It was an exciting time too, to be honest. Music Twitter was too dope in 2011, 2012. Yeah.
That was the golden era of music Twitter.
That was the golden era.
Yeah. That era was crazy. I remember I used to yap Big Sean a lot. I don't know why.
Osagie, that was one of the first things I asked you when I saw you. Like I don't know, your Big Sean tweets were like crazy.
I just felt like Big Sean was rapping nonsense that time. I didn't like his raps. And later on, I now became a fan of him. And I remember me and Bombi went at it and he replied me. Then Tony Yozon was funny.
What did you tell Tony?
I thought he said something or he did something. I should have insulted him. Then he now sent me a DM. He now sent me a DM. Say your mama something.
You can't have those moments. You can't have those moments again.
No, those moments are gone.
My most memorable Osagie beef online was, I don't know if Bar replied, but Bar talked about taking BET on a tour. And Osagie just asked him, can you afford it? You know?
I can't even remember that.
You can't remember that one.
Yeah.
Say, can you
I used to be wild on Twitter.
Those were the days, man.
those were the
Yeah,
days now.
I used to be
Those were
wild
the
on
days,
Twitter.
man.
I used to be wild
That
on
was
Twitter. I see
crazy.
people
It's
wild, and
like
I'm like, why are you wild?
that.
I'm like,
There are some people who I see now. Like I talk to, I'm like, if you know how what I did with my former account, you might probably just kill me. You might probably just kill me.
nah, it was crazy back then.
Ah, God.
All right, this is from Ivy. Ivy says, "Hi, Steve, Osagie and I. I'm a new listener, and I must say I am so impressed with your show. I really appreciate how you guys address real and pressing issues, and even your discussions on music are so thoughtful and insightful. It has really changed my perspective on a lot of things. As a young Nigerian, it's refreshing to hear actual intellectually stimulating content. Hey, shout out to us." I have listened to just 3 episodes as at the time of writing this, but you've already influenced my way of thinking and speaking. Don't worry, you're going to listen to episodes where we annoy you. Well, it's okay. She says, big up, guys. I don't even have anything to contribute right now, but I just want to let you guys know that you are doing such an amazing job. And I hope that one day you guys can talk a bit on navigating life after university, because I'm in my final year right now, set to graduate in September, and I need some advice. I know it's not enough to graduate with a first class, which I am already, by the way. A round of applause to you. Don't know, she just dropped
What's
that
short?
there.
What kind of flex? That's a flex. Sha.
No,
Just putting that there with that
just drop
nonchalancy.
that.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
in
Come
first class.
on.
To be first class in Nigeria, Ivy is not easy. Oh. You be
No
strong
easy
person.
at
Oh.
all.
Yeah,
Anyway,
strong.
actually, it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. So shout out to you. Says I really appreciate tips and any other wisdom you can offer on choosing career paths and securing jobs in these present times. Thank you. Also, Steve, I absolutely love hearing you speak. Your voice is so soothing.
Hey, hey.
Drop a bomb for Steve.
Wow.
I'm
All
blushing.
right. You're blushing. And she actually put a this thing, a love emoji.
I'm
Yeah,
blushing again.
yeah, put a love emoji. Well, Ivy, I implore you to listen to previous episodes of this podcast because we have sort of touched on, pre or post university
Moves,
moves or activities or what you
recommendations.
should do,
Yeah.
and all of that. I am a very big advocate of not spending 1 year of your life dedicating it to the NYSC, but you might not
If only I
agree.
had known.
You understand? You might not
If only
agree.
I had known.
Do you understand? You
Mhm.
might not agree. You might want to do it. Maybe you want to
But
run for political office in the future or whatever, whatever. Personally, I think it's a waste of time. I think you can spend that 1 year doing something else. Um, Again, I don't know what you're studying, but and I don't know where you are. Like so many, dynamics involved. You might be in a private school, so you don't have time doing things after school. If you're in a public school, I would say you should have started something already. Just start getting like a working experience to understand how like the workspace works and all of that. But again, I don't know. There's so many layers and
Contest and
yeah,
layers.
it's
Yeah.
context. I don't know if you have some money, you can now say, okay, you know what, let me go in and like upskill myself instead of going the route of interning. There's so many things involved. So if you can be a bit more detailed, it would be nice. So we can give you a tailor-made response. But other than that, I think the general thing is get into a space where you can start learning the work, learning two things: work culture and learning a skill set that you can apply to the next place you want to work. Because
Level. Yeah.
everything you've learned from school, you probably can't even apply. Depends again. If you're studying medicine, it's quite different. But most of the things you learn from school, you can't really apply it because there's a disconnect between academia in Nigerian universities and what you can apply,
what
how you
on
apply
ground?
Real
yourself
life scenarios.
in real
Yeah.
life scenarios. Is it, someone was studying and was told Steve was studying anthropology, and immediately Steve was saying he makes you the best communications expert. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just pity
Yeah.
the guy, like,
The
the
guy
guy
didn't
just
understand
like,
it. He didn't get the correlation, so I
you
broke it
won't
down
kill
for
him,
him.
you won't kill him,
Yeah.
you know. So it's all of that going around. So if you give us tailor, or if you can be a bit more specific, we can guide you. But I'll say get into a space where you're amongst people that you can quickly start. You're a sponge, and you should quickly start soaking up knowledge from different places, right? And then you can start to upskill yourself. All right, we do have an Ask the Giants, do we?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Let's
do.
go.
Oh, we still have this mail that we need to respond to, but I'm tired already. Person who was talking about record label and recording artist. We're going to push it next week again. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We can make it
No
part of the
vex.
talking points next week. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, we do have an Ask the Giants. This
Well,
person
ask.
says, Anonymous says, "Hey guys, how you doing? I have a problem. I'm in love with my mom's friend's son. So my mom has this friend, and I've always thought they were sisters. So I thought he was my cousin. I found out in 2022 that they are actually just friends. You guys, this boy man, stroke man, is 100% my type. He's dark skin, 6'3" ish, big arms, low key, he's caring, funny, loves God, seems smart, family oriented. I could go on and on. The problem is, I don't know if he sees me this way too. He might see me as a sister or something. I don't know. I don't know. And this was wrote IDK. And so you definitely know this Gen Z. I repost quotes and other suggestive quotes on my story, and he sometimes reacts to them or even replies. I don't know how to proceed because if he pops up with a babe one day, I'd be so hurt. I've asked some people, but you are older and married mostly. So please help me. Love y'all. Whew. Whew. I am going to immediately defer this question
Don't. Don't.
Can I-
How's
to our
spraying you go?
to our relationship expert, the one and only Dr. Steve Dede.
Sorry, my eyes were closing. Like your mom's friend's son.
Don't do
He's
that.
your type.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You
No,
heard
he's
all
your
that
type.
shit.
What happened? What was the other thing she said? So I'm sorry, Osagie.
Oh, the guy is dark skinned, 6'3", big arms, low key. He's caring, loving, funny, loves God, seems smart, family oriented. She could go on and on and on.
Yeah. So what's stopping her from going to tell the guy that, man, come on, I like
I don't
you.
know. She just,
Can we
you know,
consider the
This is
prospects
Nigeria.
of
This is Nigeria. Please, let's keep it
it? Does
real.
not, bro. This I don't know how old she is now. Like, come on,
she's
like
young now. She's young. She's
she's
gonna
young.
be,
She's young.
yeah, she's
She's
young now.
young.
Come on now.
So give him all the clues that you can. That's it.
She
Give him all
said
the clues that you can.
she said I repost quotes and other suggestive quotes on my story, and he sometimes reacts to them or even replies. She don't. That's her best. That's the best version of a Nigerian babe. That's the best a Nigerian babe can do.
What do you want her to do again? She don't use eye talk. She don't use nose talk. She don't use mouth talk. Come on.
See, my Steve, please finish off your advice, doctor.
I'm confused now. I don't know how, bro. I don't know how it is. I don't know how to advise women. I don't know. Like, it's not my forte. I don't know. Come on.
I think I have
It's
a
not for
song for this.
relationship.
I have a
Relationship
song for
matter.
this.
Maybe just keep giving him the clue. He will see it one day. You'll catch it one day.
Come on. Rest in peace, Dr. Frabs.
I close my eyes, my heart is racing, I can't breathe, don't know what I'm gonna do. I wanna tell you, save me, I gotta use this and easy. I wanna be your lady, yeah. But you think of me as your friend, honey, you gotta know this. Boy, please consider me. You can count on me, cause my loving is for real. Baby boy, this is how I feel. Please don't get it twisted. What am I about to say? I know you're hurt, but can I be your girl for a minute? Your girl for a minute. Your girl for a minute. For a minute or two. Hold your hand for a minute. Your hand for a minute. Your hand for a minute. For a minute or two. Baby, say yeah. For a minute. Say yeah.
That's all. Anonymous, that's all. Just go and meet him and tell him, can I be your girl for a minute or two? That's all. You have to let me tell you something. This life, if you want something, you have to go for it. You said it. If he pops up with another babe, you'll be very hurt. So go and register your intentions now. Go and get that, what they call it? Go and pick up that ballot paper. What do the politicians do when they want to register for?
Nomination form, Abi.
Go and pick up your nomination form now. Go and pick up that nomination form and register your intentions to run for office of the official girlfriend. It's very simple. That's my own advice. It's clear. Shikena, you know. That's my own advice. You go, seize the moment, man. Just go, boom. Tell him, this is how I feel. What do you think? And guess what? It's only two outcomes. It can either be what? Yes or no. You will not die. You won't die. You toast person say no. You move on now. That's it. So please, that's my own advice. Doctor has slept off.
I'm not slept off from here.
Doctor, that's my own prescription.
Well done. That's good.
Thank you. I did learn work now. I did learn work. That's my own prescription, please. No, nothing mega. Anyways, guys, we come to the end of the show. Don't deal with enough for a while now.
I'm trying now. Come on, man.
Thank you so much, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Have a fantastic week.
Let's go.
Go do your thing this week, man. Go back to work. For those who are just resuming work. Some people are just resuming work. Took the longest holiday, planned your leave, everything. Now it has finished. You're back to work.
Bring it back.
Let's go. Hey. It's time to go crazy at work, guys. Come on.
Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need.
Yes, so.
Take you shot, but I know you a freak, little baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody think you shot, but I know you a freak, little baby. I've been overseas going crazy. I could tell you love me